Welcome to another episode of Musically Zone Talks Boxing. Yeah, we running late, but we here. This episode comes to you by way of HW Wicks Handcrafted Candles. Their motto is to relax and enjoy. Also by the Block Fam. We started on Marlo's Corner. We just keeping it going. And y'all know we always get our music from the Track Titans. In which case, we're going to let it go like we usually do. Have us some fun, kick back, do some talking. We're gonna you can see the title. An Assassin Stopped the Terminator. I want to get into that. Also, I want to give a review on him. That movie with Dwayne's brother. I can't remember, it's Marlon. Is it Marlon? Yeah, Marlon Wayans. And we're gonna talk about Alicia Baumgartner's performance and getting ready for the Boots Xander Zayas fight that's getting ready to come up. With that being said, let's roll it like we roll it. Let's get it going.
Zit it, Big Ben. Oh, El Dolo on the beat. Oh.
Stainless steel dominoes, you know I'm about to lay them down. IT got that rapper beat, it's only right, we play some pound. I keep my haters close, and my enemies on speed dial. Bitch niggas wanna muck me, yet and still I gotta feed y'all. I'm first at the table, but the last to eat. SOP, fuck bitch, I get the largest piece. Any shorts coming down the line, we ain't having it. If you can't handle up on your business, just we'll manage it. You know what that mean, we about to beat the brakes off your motherfucking ass. 5 shots to make them take off. Bake off, I keep them cakes like Lil Deborah. Laying up and pillow talking, oh, that just irregular. That's how you get a whole dub for your madre and an oil drum. Feel to the brim with your madre. On a million fight, but feel short on his last test. The only thing that nigga got free was his last breath.
Better tell him don't freeze now. I'm playing chess. Come through and knock the queen down. Screwed up in Houston, so I sipped a little lean. Wow. Meanwhile, my comp is missing like they name is June Time. Heaven on earth, I got some angels when the demons round. 100-round drunk will have them holy when they hit the ground. Squeeze them like a python until they can't make the sound. Show up to the service just to make sure that he in the ground. It's over now? Nah, he got some partners that was talking loud. Plus he got some brothers that I'm sure gonna try to move the crowd. Squeeze them out, so I can show them this ain't PG. I love to see them agonizing just because they hate me.
Real player shit is legit, no skid. Queso with the chips, I dip from whole shit. Preferably somewhere chilling by oceans. Drink with the umbrella in it, smoking. Some valid shit on in the zone, post it. Do say to the face, no chase, roast it. Relentlessly representing, really it's no shit. Cold shit, I hit a lick off the bitch worth 4 bricks, then dip.
Now that's what I expected y'all to come through and do, man. They say that the rap game was dying out, but apparently we was missing some of the hard hitters like Stony Hayes, Z and MZ. Let's get it.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I see my sister Dimps Designers in the building. Must have done something right these last couple of weeks because she done backdoored us twice back to back. She was here last week. Now she here this week giving us the wave sign. What's going on, sis? Always glad to see you here. My brother from another mother and father. Dimps being a sister from another mother and father. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. What's going on, Bruce? It's been a while since I got a chance to chat with you and chop it up, but I'm glad to see you here. You already know, the streams always get started slow, so I always do what I always do by starting it off with a little music. For those that like it and those that don't, I'm sorry if you don't, but it is part of the show. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and let the musical introductions keep going until our brothers coming in from the Block Fam and whoever else is gonna come visit in with us. We're gonna be talking about how Shadeja Green lost to Lonnie Daniels. First of all, let me say hoping and praying that everything goes well with her. I read something where she said she had bleeding on the brain, and that's why she wasn't looking right in the fight. Don't know if that was caused by Lonnie Daniels during the fight, which if I had to make an educated guess, I would say that's when it really took place. So wishing her a speedy recovery. Also going to talk about how Alicia Baumgardner did in her fight and her victory. Ben Whitaker did something great by getting a knockout stoppage in what is it, about 2 minutes in his fight. And there is a new figure that might be getting ready to bring some noise in boxing in the ladies category. We're going to talk about that as well. But as I said, we're going to go ahead and let the music flow a little bit and let people get in so we can have our fun. I'll be back in a minute. Here it is, coming out the trenches, my brother ZD. Coming out the trenches.
Dolo, Big Ben, El Dolo on the beat. That's somebody. Yeah. Hopping out the 2-4, C7 Weezy. This shit really hard, I just make it look easy. My game slow fishing, float like a butterfly, stretch like inches. I hear a lot of talk, but ain't too many from the trenches. Boy step hard, lost 60, now he swole up. Them hoes used to pass me by, now they like, hold up. Truck black wax, look like a bag of fruit oil. Expedition leather, remember you a 2-star. Shit, I got 2 cars that I ain't even drove yet. You might use one, come through and spray your whole set. No bet, so be taking on the way out. I'ma win either way, so I'ma let it play out. Don't bring them K's out, let them hoes blaze out. If you really real, don't enclose them niggas days out. You can't sit back and let it linger. Cause if you do my ninja, they gon' snatch you like a zinger.
Coming out the trench, coming out the trenches, coming out the trench, coming out the trenches, coming out the trench, coming out the trenches, coming out the trenches.
Better get their ass some braille if they claiming they can't see. They don't really need their eyes when they focusing on them Z. Blow a blunt and sip a fifth about it. Have them straight up sick about it. Sitting on the throne waiting for them to come click about it. Treat them like the ashes on the blunt. Go on, flick them out. If wanted to go hard to come through and straight trick them out it. Pistol talking, damn Z, go on make me handy. They talking too much, please let me show them they some pansies. Raised by some killers, so killer talk don't move me. Just saying then squeeze a new scene from a movie. Make their brains hang from the things that I will bring. Started at the bottom, now I'm standing on the top, man.
Coming out the trench, coming out the trenches, coming out the trench, coming out the trench.
They said MZ take another lap. I'm like, okay, let's go. When everything is going right, expect a quick left, bro. I seen a lot of souls get sold before the cash roll. I tried to warn them about it, but they always tell me hush, bro. It seems they forgot. Yeah, I moved in these streets. Yeah, I stood on the cuts, and I always had heat. And I stood up in the kitchen, whipped it up so I can change. When I went away to college to put an edge on this thing.
Coming out the trench, coming out the trenches, coming out the trench, coming out the trenches, coming out the trench, coming out the trenches, coming out the trenches.
Rebel DJ Cleve on the beat. OG Stack. Working behind the tree lines, modern day moonshines. Make no mistake, we some noon to noon grinders. Find a way, get it done. It's iron at play, hit and run. Body twice, head once. Usually that'll get it done. But if it don't, lay low till the frogs think it's all good. Circle back to his mama house. I think her shit is all wood. And if that's the case, big dog, you already know the play. Send them boys some pictures from the burner and tell them any day they gon' have to show face. And these streets are on the front row. We sitting back patiently. I chill and watch the blunts roll. Smoke floating around this bitch like mad hoops from the Flintstones. I'm having visions of body casts wrapped up in body bags, thrown in the ditch, then covered up with rat shit. Big Z the crazy as fuck. Yeah, I'm going bad shit. Once the switch flip, ain't no turning back the time, dog. You done fucked up. This is no longer just rhymes, dog. I want your breath to stop. I want your chest to pop. I want to see your bitch ass niggas running off they block. We taking over now. You'll never get this back. To everybody listening, we is OG Stack.
Yeah, MZ. I heard some rah-rah when I stepped out, but now I'm here, dead silent. Who y'all talking about? It must have shook you when I came through. Stood here among you to show you what you can't do. Fact is, I've been doing this longer than you have had the breath of life. So listen close to what I say, cause I won't speak it twice. I hit the block to stack some paper, hit the kitchen, made some paper, hit the club where they strip down to make some paper. And well aware of what your status like. If you a killer and I'm deaf, then what your status like? ZD call me MZ, make it hard to breathe, knowing when I speak on mics, I snatch the souls of enemies. OG stat.
That's some old classical stuff that your boy MZ be putting together with the rest of the partners, brothers that we do music with, me and ZD. Y'all know I still mess with my big bro, Ernest Davis, call him Maestro. Y'all know how it is. As we let things unwind, I want to give a review on the Him movie. Kind of strange football movie. It's kind of strange the way they laid it out, but I kind of got an idea of how they were going with it. He pretty much, Jordan Peele is, I think his first name is Jordan Peele is director, so y'all know his movies are a little strange anyway. They had those hidden meanings in them. But this football movie is showing how pretty much you can end up selling your soul, giving up everything in order to be there, make it into the league. I was tripping because the name of the football team is the Saviors, the San Antonio Saviors. It knocked me for a little loop for a second, but I enjoyed it. Ended up watching it twice. I watched it last night, but I was a little tired, so I ended up watching it again today. If you get a chance to go check it out, go check it out. Like I said, it's a little weird, but you will get the metaphors that play along through the movie, and things of that nature. I mean, some strong metaphors, if you ask me. But like I said, I saw assassin stop a Terminator, and in the movie sense, that's just not possible for an assassin to stop a Terminator, unless that assassin is such said a Terminator themselves. But Lonnie Daniels came through to face off with Shadeja Green. Shadeja Green, this was her chance to move past Lonnie Daniels and possibly have a fight set up with the GOAT, Clarissa Shields. And she just fell a little short. From watching the fight right out the start, I'm not going to even hold back or sugarcoat anything. I thought she gave up. Especially, she started off good, working the jab, we're trying to box from the outside a little bit. And Lonnie Daniels looked like she was trying to figure out how to get past the jab. But once she finally did get past the jab and started working, she started putting in some good work, and she was able to lay some good punches, some good solid punches on Shadeja Green. And I saw her catch Shadeja with a powerful looking overhand right. And from there, I think that's when the problems for Shadeja started. It was from that moment right there that it went on. She went back to the corner because the bell rang, and she didn't look so good. And she come back out, and Lonnie jumped on her and didn't let up. Lonnie actually jumped on her and went to work. The Smiling Assassin has put a notch under her belt. Put another notch up under her belt. And if I'm thinking correctly, she is a champion once again. So, she said that she learned a lesson. She learned a big lesson from fighting Clarissa Shields. And she got the first lady champion, IBF champion, to get in the corner with her and start training her. She said that she was going back. She went back to the drawing board and resituated herself, came back out looking strong. Looked like she took her time on some punch placement, things like that, and I got to give it to her, for her to take a loss to the GOAT, come back and regain the championship at 100, I think that's 168 pounds. Congratulations to her. Now, question is, what's next for her? Or no, it was at 160 pounds. But either way, what's next for Lonnie Daniels? That's the question. How is she going to go ahead and go about the her career now? Um, is she going to hold on to the trainer that she has, keep things going? Because right now, everything looks up. She can end up doing some big things. Clarissa Shields, as much as I love the young lady, she has so much hate on the outside of the ring and darts and spears being thrown at her. And I won't say that it's not largely because of her, but a lot of it, could be, from things that she say, how she moves. But you gotta love her. She being non-apologetic and things like that. I'm hearing people still getting on her about the Remy Ma and Papoose thing. And the conversation is starting to sway a little bit as if it's Clarissa's fault that all this is going on with her and Remy Ma. And people are trying to show sympathy to Remy. And I'm like, well, we didn't know that Remy cheated until she got caught on one of the rap contest shows and they got called out on that. Clarissa didn't do that to her. Clarissa didn't make Papoose cheat on her till after the fact. And I'm just throwing it out there. The lady got caught cheating, and now people are starting to ride with her as going in the beef. Y'all should keep that part out and just go with the beef if you're going to go with it. But she got a lot of outside noise, y'all. And I think the outside noise is really over. Oh, my goodness. Am I looking up? Let me fix my glasses a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the man that can call a frog from a whale. Best fight caller, in my opinion, and so many others in these YouTube streets, the great Trey X. What's up, man? How you doing today?
Salute salute to everybody in the chat. Happy late 420 to everybody that partake. You know what I'm saying? I decided to take a little time off to myself, jump on and chop it up about some boxing with my OG. What's going on?
Man, it's going good. I was just going over the situation with Clarissa Shields and all the outside noise that she's facing. And it's making me wonder, is it going to get so loud where it'll start affecting her performance in the ring? That's what I was about to get to. And I'm hoping not. I'm hoping that she's able to stay focused and keep handling the business like that. Because I got a glimpse of this Tam Taboo. Tebow, 6 feet, 78-inch arm reach, and she just knocked the bejesus out of this Mazoa girl, and she fighting at 168 pounds. She's a gold medalist, Pan Am Games, Olympics, and some other tournament that she's in, but she looked like she can be a little dangerous. And she only 4 fights deep. But the way she throw her punches, and I think she's a lefty. All these things can cause problems for many of the ladies in the boxing realm. And if Clarissa is to be the queen of the weight classes, because she's still moving up and down like an elevator, that one might cause us some hands. It almost reminds me in the situation of Danielle Perkins, same height, kind of, lengthy and everything. But I think this girl is a lot more seasoned from her amateur background.
Yeah, I gotta look into the chick, man. I still ain't did my homework on her. It sounds like it could potentially be a high risk, low reward type of fight, since a lot of people don't know nothing about her if she was to fight Carissa. But when I look at Carissa, it looks like she wants to get the glory that she feel like she done earned in her career. Like she done so much. She done won on every level. I'm talking about every level that you can think of, from the amateurs, Olympics, AIBA World Championships, Pan American Games, the pros winning championships, undisputed championships, different weight classes, and she still don't get that love like she feel like she deserves. And that's really par for the course if you look at boxing. Like if you look at Sugar Ray Robinson, for example, people don't like when you look untouchable, when you look unbeatable, when you head and shoulders above your competition. They don't love you right then. They like when you look a little more human. when you start taking a few chinks, like they didn't love Sugar Ray Robinson until he won his fifth middleweight championship at 37 years old. After the fight, he cried. When they was interviewing him and talking to him after the fight, he started crying. And for the first time, everybody could see that vulnerability in him, and that made them kind of connect to him a little bit more. They started putting his pictures on newspapers all over the country, and everybody fell in love with Sugar Ray Robinson after he won a fifth championship at 37 years old. Like if you look at Ali, they didn't love Ali when he was out there beating Sonny Liston and all these motherfuckers, and he was talking his shit. He was the Louisville Lip. But once he started, he went to he went against going to Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? Then he came back and took a loss to Joe Frazier and all that kind of stuff. So everybody got a chance to see him get knocked down. And then he was able to come back with something and win championships and be great and all that kind of stuff. But they didn't. And then furthermore, they liked him more after his career once he got Parkinson's and stuff, and they started seeing his health decline. But when he was that invincible motherfucker fighting against Sonny Liston, running around the ring and hitting this motherfucker with everything but the kitchen sink, that's not when they loved him. They loved him when he started having some vulnerability, and that made him more relatable to them. I think you'll see the same thing with Carissa. Like Mayweather, he ain't never had that time to look vulnerable. So he ain't never get that love either. And so far, Carissa, she just been head and shoulders above a competition that she hasn't had a chance to show that vulnerability yet to make the people connect to her. So I think she's gonna stay frustrated. They're gonna always have something to say. It's gonna always bother her, and she's not gonna get the true love that she deserves until after she retires, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a bit that's a good take because she has two movies out, still haven't received the love. She's whooped everybody. And Eric, oh man, hold up. Ernest Davis, aka Texas Timbo, Manny Draplin, my favorite producer in the world. Big bro was in the building. He said, "What's up, bro?" And little bro.
OG, what's up with it, man? Eric R was going down.
Eric R say Mike Tyson too, which is another one that they didn't fall in love with until after he was really pretty much drugged through the mud, sent to prison, got out. He really rebuilt his whole image. I like the fact that he's been able to reinsert himself and become loved. But I'm hoping that Clarissa Shields at some point does start getting her flowers because it's I wouldn't understand, I can't tell what the feeling would be like, but to be on the top of your game, to be, like you said, head and shoulders above everybody else, to walk it like you talk about, keep beating everybody that you get in the ring with. Went out there against Franchon Cruz and beat her for the second time. They just looking for somebody that can beat her. And I couldn't imagine what it could feel like to be number one and then have other people claiming that somebody else is better than you, trying to promote other female fighters as being the face of women boxing, which by all rights, it should be Clarissa without even an argument. There are some other women that are good. Katie Taylor, like you said, Katie Taylor had been whooping ass for a minute. But she's also getting ready to go out the door. If anybody should be the very next, it should be her. And I couldn't imagine what she can be going through. But I hope, like I said, I hope that she doesn't let it affect her as far as working and staying sharp and being that killer in the ring.
Well, it also might help to stay locked in on that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things go wrong when folks get their flowers. They kind of take their foot off the gas a little bit. So maybe that'll keep her locked in because she always feel like she got something to prove. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that's the way that it affects her. But she definitely number one to me. You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt, even over Katie Taylor. I got Katie Taylor at number 2. You know what I'm saying? Katie Taylor whooping ass in the amateurs. She wasn't winning the Olympics and shit because she was before that time, but she was winning at the AIBA World Championships. She is a bona fide 5. and she done whooped all kind of ass in the pros and shit. But she done also had some close fights. She done lost a couple fights, or at least one against Shanika Johnson or whatever her name is. You know what I'm saying? She done had some close fights with Amanda Serrano and all that kind of stuff. Carissa ain't had them type of stumbling blocks where she done took losses and had people that looked like they was should have won the fight, and she done got controversial decisions. She ain't got no controversial decision. Everything done been smooth as a motherfucker when it comes to Carissa. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope she stay locked in, man, and keep on whooping ass.
I'm trying to think now, but if unless my memory served me incorrectly, she has won everything unanimously.
Yeah, maybe so. I think I was thinking about the Savannah Marshall fight. Was that a majority decision or a UD? But you know, everybody felt like she won the fight though, whatever it was. It might have been a UD though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at it, but I think she has pretty much taken everything unanimously. If she has a fight that would be close, it would have been the what you said her name, Savannah, and that probably would have been a UD. I mean a majority, but I think it was a UD.
Let me ask you this question: what demographic of people do you feel like give Carissa the hardest time?
As far as fighting,
I'm
or
talking
as
about
far
just
as just being
online.
on her
Yeah,
back, the black people, the black demographic.
I more specifically, I would say the black women. They the ones that be on her tough all day, every day about shit that ain't got nothing to do with boxing. And then since they already talking about it, they feel like they can chime in on a boxing career. They don't know nothing. They don't know the first thing about boxing, but they done got linked in to talking about her as far as the Remy Ma and Papoose situation and all that kind of shit. And now that done carried over to boxing because I be seeing them off in comment sections making predictions about who can beat her, giving critiques about how she fight and all this kind of shit. And they don't know the first thing about boxing. You know what I'm saying? So that's like a tricky thing that she got going in her career that other fighters didn't have to deal with, and that's social media. You know what I'm saying?
True.
'Cause that brings the fans and the fighters closer to each other. Even Floyd in his prime in his career, he didn't have to really deal with this on this level, on this scale. Like people would get together and they would go back and forth about Pacquiao and Mayweather and all that kind of shit all over the place. But as far as being to where he can easily see what's being said about him, like the way Carissa can see today, he ain't even have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a tough time, man. These motherfuckers down there cyberbully this woman online on a daily basis.
True, and which go to a point that I was making earlier. I'm like, and when you say the women, I can point it at them. As much as they always talk about being united, four women, sisters should be with sisters. They're getting all over Clarissa talking about her being with a married man, and I'm like, so y'all gonna sweep under the rug for the fact that this man's wife got caught cheating?
Yeah, and then at
It's
the same time, Cardi B did some similar shit with Stephon Diggs. He was still married to the Offset nigga or whatever his name is. Takeoff or whatever the fuck his name is. I ain't real good with the shit.
It was Offset. I think Takeoff is the one that got killed.
Okay, Offset then. And she did some similar shit, and she is not getting the same energy that Carissa Shields is getting. She getting pregnant by niggas and shit. And she ain't getting the same energy. So they definitely hypocrites with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like social media ain't always about the facts, what went down. It's about who the people like and who the people don't like. And they do not like Carissa. You know what I'm saying? They feel like she got a masculine type of energy, even though a lot of them be masculine as fuck, but they got a problem with her perceived masculinity. She untouchable. They can't say nothing about her because she whooping all these women asses. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So they can't throw that you got your ass whooped by such and so. So the best thing they can go to, which to me is not really a good bragging point, is that she got dropped in sparring by the guy. If they knew anything and they wanted to bring up something, they could say that what's the name? Hannah Gabriel, dropped her in the fight. Went on to lose. But those are the only two things that if they knew that they can bring up.
But that's what I was saying earlier. They don't know shit about boxing, so they not even thinking about nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they got to go to the Papoose situation and all that type of shit. And now they
Eric,
talking about she got ugly girl syndrome and all that old type of shit. You
bro,
know?
I'm glad you brought that up because I was gonna say, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that was something that's on my mind. I wasn't gonna call it ugly girl syndrome, but you know how you got the dark, you got a dark blacks, you got a kind of bright black stuff like that, and a lot of them is getting on her about that. They like Big Bro saying right there, they trying to start to body shamer and all these kind of things, and I'm like, are y'all really gonna be that shadow and weak in y'all own minds? And for every woman, because I've seen some videos where they be talking, and I'm like, man, how are you talking about somebody in those exacts and the way you talking, and you don't look too much better. And I don't put a comment or anything because I don't feel like it's worth it. But it's shameful because in one hand you want us to be united, and in the other hand, you're sitting there trying to tear down one of the few athletes that represent you and are representing you well, and you shooting her down.
Yeah, man. I mean, we just gonna have to call it like it is, man. Our women are fucking venomous sometimes. I remember it was this Olympic gold medalist with the gymnastics. I think her name was Gabrielle Douglas or something like that. She came along before that last chick that was winning everything. Simone Biles or
Simone
something like.
Biles.
But this was the one before Gabrielle Douglas, and she was out there killing it, won a gold medal. But instead of focusing on what she was doing and her accomplishments and stuff, all the black women was talking about her hair. I'm talking about they was all on social media. They was talking about it in real life. Women that I was around, everybody focused on her hair. They did not care about the score. They did not care about the medal that she won. It was all about how could her people let her go out there with her hair looking like that. She know better than that, going out there with her head looking a mess and all this old type of shit. It's the same type of energy that Carissa gets from her own people, and not only her own people, the women. You're gonna see way more women talking about this woman than you see black men. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that's our women do, like that gossip culture almost, where they get together and want to gossip and talk and all that type of shit. They can be venomous with that shit, man.
Yeah, it kind of saddens me. Our brother Eric also said they attack her. They attack her intelligence. I even saw a female comedian clowning Shields. He said that was a little weird. Kind of
That's the
heavy
one
set,
we
babe.
like.
I saw her.
The woman we like, Takara
The
Williams or whatever her name is, that
Yeah,
thick
she was
one.
shooting her down. I saw a video of her shooting her down. I mean, it was all on her, and I was like, wow, really? And I'm like, this is a champion, a up to date champion. This ain't some champion from the past. This ain't some loudmouth, because let's think about it. What's her name? Little Mama, Crocodile Mouth, Baumgartner. Baumgartner doing pretty much, she talked the same noise that Clarissa talked, and she's been set in a situation where people have questioned her virtues, and Adrian Broner kind of put her out there in the streets, but people let it gloss over that because they consider her as being cute. I'm gonna go and keep it real. They consider her being cute. She's a little brighter. She got long hair. All that dumb stuff that been whitewashed into our brains.
Yeah, that's what it is. And if you look at the build up that she had for the what's the name of the chick, the white chick that we like that can
Oh,
fight, Michaela Mayer.
Michaela Mayer.
If you look at the build up for the Michaela Mayer fight, Baumgartner was insufferable. I'm talking about she was fucking annoying to me with the energy that she had. Just over the top and shit, just being extra as a motherfucker. Chris ain't never been like that. But Baumgartner the one to get the love. And to be honest, she built like a boy. You know what I'm saying? Especially since she ain't she ain't got them PEDs. I mean, the PEDs had even more muscular, but it was like hourglass muscular. You know what I'm saying? So like it looked good, but now that she ain't on PEDs, man, she boy built to me. You
You
know, she ain't
know,
got no chest, no
I was
nothing.
just gonna say that when she had that outfit on, I was like, dang, what happened to her chest? Did the PD suck them in?
Well, she never really had a chest,
Okay, I
but
give
but
you that.
but it's just more pronounced now. Like,
Now,
yeah, she just looked like she boy built to me.
well, she
You
need
know
to
what I'm saying?
stop calling the Dubois boy because Dubois got a little more up top than she do, a lot more.
Yeah, Caroline looked more feminine than Baumgartner. You know what I'm saying? Baumgartner just lighter and she got the pretty face and all that kind
And
of shit.
long hair.
Yeah, but Dubois, she ain't a bad looking woman.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just giving we giving a good example of what society is choosing opposed to what is good. And when I say they both champions and everything like that, but Baumgartner is toting the loss. You know, she got scandal. Clarissa got scandal. Um, but Clarissa scandals don't reverberate from the ring. Baumgartner has one that reverberates from the ring. But like I said, you know, she had the situation with Adrian Broner. My boy, Big Bro, say that's true, little bro, about her body. Then Eric also say, my only thing with Clarissa is talking about fighting Keith, Sean, and talking about Rody. That's just a line I don't think, that's a line that I think don't need to be crossed in the ring with, but I'm with Clarissa. I think she might be, she feel herself a lot as far as talking about she can be the man. You know, what I'm gonna say is kind of throw it off, but it's gonna kind of ring true. It's not impossible for a girl to be the man. I've seen some women whoop men, and you know, after the fight is over, you say you a punk, or you know, you talk about the dude because he went and got his ass whooped by a girl who surprised him. Not saying that Clarissa could surprise any of these guys because they are pretty much looking for her and what she brings, but you know, talking it is just talking it. You know, I can't really hold nothing against her because she's that confident within herself, being a strong black woman. So if you tell her to be a strong black woman, do you put a cap on how strong she thinks she could be?
Yeah, but this is my thing though. It's not new. Like I done heard countless WNBA players say that they could be NBA players. You know
The
what I'm
tall
saying?
one from what's her name? Garner. Brittany Garner said she could be DeMarcus Cousins.
She said she could be cousins. What's the one that's with Bam by the Bayou, the best one over there? I can't think her name right now. I think she the GOAT too. Well, the
She with,
GOAT a basketball.
oh, you talking about Shadeja, not Asia Wilson?
Yeah, Aja Wilson. Yeah, she was talking about she can beat some NBA players and all that kind of shit. They say it, we laugh it off, and we move on. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't agree with Carissa. Like last time, I said that's something that I don't like that she says, but it's par for the course to me. When I see professional women in sports, a lot of the time they say they feel like they could beat their male counterparts. We know differently. We don't really take them seriously. We just move on. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So that's something that she say. She ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? But she definitely should be respected as a champion and for all her accomplishments that she been able to do in her career. You know what I'm saying? And these women that talk about her, they need to shut the hell up to me. You know what I'm saying? Support your sister. Y'all always say that we men against y'all and shit. Will support your own. Hold it down for her. She ain't did nothing. That's no felony level that she deserve all of this hatred on a daily basis. God damn, at least give her a fucking couple of days off sometimes. Well, you ain't talking about it every damn day. Like everybody got something to say at all times. You know what I'm saying? I remember Layla being a confident person and all that kind of shit. She wasn't meek. Everybody loved her though, because everybody thinks she pretty and all that kind of shit.
I
Hell,
was
I
just
would
gonna
take
say
Carissa
bright
over her
skin,
though.
long hair, pretty.
Everybody can say what they want to say. I'm crazy as hell. I've taken Carissa over Layla because she more curvy and shit. That's just what I like in women. I like curvy women. Layla, she just up and down with it. She straight up and down.
And we both agree. I like Clarissa too.
Especially when Layla was in her prime. Now after she done retired and shit, she done got a little thicker and she done, you know, she a little bit more attractive, you know what I'm saying, to me. She like softer looking, she's more feminine looking. But I'm still taking Carissa though. That's just me and my genetics.
The
What
jerk
we
in the
prefer.
trunk, baby. The jerk in the trunk. Big E know I ain't. Big E know. Junk in the trunk, walk across the street. I'm looking.
Yeah.
Let me calm down. Cause other than that, other than her being actually, when you really step back and look at it, she's really being what you expect a fighter to be. She talking her talk. She's saying that these other girls can't beat her. And that's what it is. The biggest beef people got with it because they really. Here's what I've noticed. They boxing beef with Clarissa. They really couldn't hold up on that. And what's up, Gil Coles? He say salute OG, Trey X, and the chat.
OG, what's up? I'm not OG, Gil Coles. What's going down? I'm talking about OG. That nigga barely a couple of years older than me.
He just getting off the porch.
Yeah.
But they boxing beef really don't make sense. So because of the Remy Ma thing came up, they gravitated to that. And when you say, I've noticed some guys, they have something to say. And even their conversation as far as boxing go is not strong. I'm telling you what they latched on to. They latching on to, Clarissa lying about how much money she made. Now they counting her pockets. She wasn't the first to do this. She wasn't the first to have an all women's show. She wasn't the first to make the $1 million contract. It was another girl that did that. All these type things. And I'm like, y'all can't find no flaws in her whooping ass. But what you can do is go to the dirt outside of the ring and pull that in. And I'm like, it should be beneath you all for doing that, because here you have a champion like go back to Ali, because he talked and everything like that. They didn't start loving him, and like you said, until after he was old, sick, and starting to die. And I said this once before, maybe a couple of years ago. They do not like our heroes until our heroes are past tense.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Once they washed up, dead and gone, then it's, this man was great. You can speak all kind of flowers to them. They can't smell the flowers then. Give them what they deserve right now while they're alive. This girl is undisputed champion in multiple weight classes, 2-time gold medal winner in the Olympics. And the best thing y'all can talk about, and forgive me for what I'm finna say, raggedy ass Remy Ma and Papoose and the things that go on in somebody's bedroom that don't have jack to do with y'all. The public life that she chose to show and share with y'all is the boxing thing. Okay, so she started liking the guy started liking her, but y'all picking that apart. Papoose setting her up. Papoose robbing her. Papoose this, Papoose that. Remy Ma, y'all heard what she said. Yada yada this and yada yada that. Not one time have you talked about how well this girl has been whooping everybody's ass in the ring. But I digress.
And at the same time, Clarissa Shields and Jake Paul them push women's boxing the most, probably more than anybody in history. You know what I'm saying? Like if you compare Clarissa to Layla Ali and Katie Taylor combined, I don't think they done had the impact that this woman done had, because when Layla was doing it, she didn't usher in a golden age of boxing for women, where women are getting showcase fights and they headlining cards and getting pay raises, and that shit wasn't taking place then. That shit started taking place with this woman right here. And also Jake Paul, what he was doing with Amanda Serrano and all that kind of shit. Katie Taylor to a lesser degree, because she just ain't got the personality. And plus, she ain't got the fighting style. Like, she is a workman type of fighter. She gonna get up in there and just be a hurricane off in there. You know what I'm saying? She gonna
Right.
throw a lot of punches. She gonna be a windmill. That's what she like a modern day windmill fighter. That's what they call Harry Greb and shit, Pittsburgh windmill. She like a modern day windmill. She is gonna swarm you a whole bunch of punches and shit. But Carissa is different because you're gonna see the counter punches and shit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see the clean work. You're gonna see something slick. You're gonna see something smooth.
That
But from
pull
a
back.
yeah, but from a woman though, you know what I'm saying? So she able to
Right.
put all this shit together. She got the personality. She's a draw. People are interested in seeing her fight. She got the skills. She's able to attract fans like us because she's the one that attracted me to women's boxing in the first place. I was not interested in that shit at all until I saw her first fight against Franchise Cruz. They both of their debuts, and they made me forget that I was watching a women's fight. It just felt like I was watching another good fight, and I've been on board since. That's thanks to Carissa and Franchise Cruz to a lesser degree. You know what I'm saying? So they need to thank that woman, man. She putting in work on all fronts. She representing us as a people. She going over there to the UK and whooping they uh darling over there. Go over there and beat Savannah Marshall on her own home turf and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of racism in that fight. Because they was over there talking they shit over there in the UK, the fan base. Not really Savannah Marshall and her people, but the fans. They was talking they shit, we talking our shit, and she went over there and handled that business. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I need to show this woman some motherfucking respect, man.
Let me deal with the issue real quick. Chili family, best panel on at Trey X at MZ Ducks chess matches. Hold up. First of all, there will be no ducking here. You got Big Bro talking about he ducking. No, ain't no ducking. Let's keep it real. We playing a long chess game, and I ended up missing my time. So my corner threw in the towel without asking me. You know, they spiked my water, and then they put some magnets on my screen. So my moves wasn't going through like they supposed to. But you go ahead and send it because my schedule changes. I'm gonna be working in the mornings now, and I'll be home in the evenings. So I'll be able to do, I'll be able to do a little better. I won't be coming in late trying to rush and do it. I'll be able to have time because I'll go in the mornings. Latest I get off is at 3:00. I can't wait till that schedule starts. So yeah, that's the answer. That's the answer. Yeah, Eric R. It threw me off because I just seen Gil Cole gonna pop on this talking about sound like MZ quitting the corner. You mean like Keith Thurman corner quit for him, or should I say the referee saved him? No, it wasn't none of that. So y'all can stop thinking like that. We getting back on it though, baby. We getting back on it.
I'm trash as hell in chess. I ain't got nothing.
Eric R got skills. He been leaning on me. He been leaning on me. I gotta tighten up. And then, I pull my chess board out. So when he make his moves, because I don't like to have the computer just burning, I can see the moves on the thing. And I ain't gonna say Big E sister came in here and somehow my chess pieces got knocked all into the wrong places and stuff like that. Big E sister. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I had got third place in the chess tournament in school one time. I had beat the the quote unquote smartest kid in the class. His name was John Darton. Oh no, John Snyder. John Snyder. I knocked his motherfucking ass off and took third place. I thought I could play. Then I went to the county and his old school told my motherfucking ass up in chess. And then I got this partner that's from from Houston. Well, he from A-Leaf. And his
My neck
name
of the woods in Houston.
Yeah, that motherfucker was slamming pieces down like we was playing spades or something. Like every time I think about making a move, and then I make a move, that motherfucker slamming pieces down and all this crazy shit. I was like, damn, I ain't even know I was that weak. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was kind of weak because our old school did me in the county. But how he did me, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm trash as fuck. I ain't played chess Well, I take that back because I did play a little bit at the little place I played poker and shit, but I really didn't want to. And they said that we had to get the game started, so we just went on ahead and quit where we was. And I had took a lot of the other dude pieces and shit, so I was happy to get out of there with a
That boy said I was happy to get out of there with a so-called win because he could
Yeah.
have turned at any time.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm
That boy
trash.
said it's straight duck sauce, Big E. Tries to blame it on Mark Breland and them. He's gonna bring up Earl talking about, yeah, Derrick James. And I'm like, what they have to do with any of this? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I got a bet for you too, man. I forgot to tell you. We're gonna take this motherfucker Lanier Perro over Big Baby Miller. If we can't win that one, man, we just snake bit, bro. I mean, this is a bona fide 5 that we taking. And he going against Big Baby Miller. And Big Baby Miller just got a split decision victory over Kingsley Ibe, who is a showcase opponent for most fighters. He ain't nothing. And this motherfucker that knocked his toupee off and barely lost by split decision. So we should be able to whoop this guy. You know what I'm saying? Our guy ain't the biggest, you know. Maybe Big Baby can get to him and lean on him and put that weight on him and shit like that, I guess. But that's his best path to victory. If he can't do that and our guy get some room to throw his punches, I think we're going to tear his motherfucking ass up. So they got us as the underdog at 6-5 plus 120. So that's what we riding with, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt like I done flopped trips or something in poker. I was thinking about going all in because I done got knocked down and shit. I ain't got a whole bunch of money left. I think I got like 500 left on my account. I was like, man, fuck it. I might just go all in this motherfucker.
Damn. Yeah. That'll be the day that you come in there flaming hot. Watch out, because I'm on fire today.
Yeah.
Then you'll come back here talking, chewing, what? Spitting, talking. How you say that shit? Chewing and talking, spitting, spit.
Talking shit and swallowing spit.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, you be able to come in and let us know how you broke the tick their money. Have old boy talking about he ain't gonna give you no action no more. Has he given you any action since?
Nah, but you know it's crazy because I ended up having to sit right next to this motherfucker one day. And I ain't really tripping, you know what I'm saying? But like he was real happy and jovial before I got to the table. And then I sat next to him and his whole energy just changed. Like he got real quiet and shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
In his mind, he was like, this motherfucker.
But I'm gonna tell you some crazy shit, man. I'm about to fuck up the whole mood on everybody. I'm about to fuck up the whole energy. But I gotta say this kind of therapeutic for myself, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to Yasa about this shit a little bit. So like one reason that I'm home tonight is because I need a little bit of time to get my head right. It was this motherfucker that I was pretty cool with. This guy, his name is Michael. Well, I ain't gonna say his name, but we call him Mike. I ain't gonna say his last name or nothing like that. I ain't gonna put him out there. But I would talk to this guy all the time. He was a pretty smart guy, pretty decent poker player, you know what I'm saying? He was a GTO wizard. That stands for game theory optimum and shit. That's why we used to talk a lot, because we both know about this shit, you know what I'm saying? And I would play with this guy every single fucking day. And so he ended up like not coming to the social club for a few days. And I noticed, but I didn't think nothing of it. I was just thinking maybe he want to take a break or something, because he has been like on a downswing. Like he been losing some money and shit. So this motherfucker tell me, he say, "Man, you heard what happened to Mike?" Like to make a long story short, he basically like, "Me, you heard what happened to Mike?" And like he ended up like taking his own life and shit. You know what I'm saying? No. So this motherfucker, I'm feeling bad for him. But when I do the research, I learned that he had went to the county for doing some messed up stuff with his girlfriend's daughter.
Oh.
He 11 years old in the 5th grade. And this wasn't a one-time thing. Like this was something that happened repeatedly.
Ongoing.
And yeah, so he had went to jail and bonded out and shit. But now it was getting close to go to court. You know what I'm saying, for the trial. So this motherfucker take his own life, so he ain't got to face his consequences. You know what I'm saying? And this is somebody that I've been rocking with for like the last 6-7 months straight, like down there every day. So that shit fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel fucked up for him in a way because it's a loss of life. Of course, I feel messed up for the little girl. She was like in the 5th grade, 11 years old. I feel bad for her family. I feel bad for his family. You know what I'm saying? Like it was that's some shit that really got to me, bro. That shit fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? When they told me my session didn't even go right, like I did win. I actually won about the same rate that I normally win, but it just wasn't the same. Like I was just steady thinking about that shit instead of focusing on what I was trying to do. Hell, I probably could have won more money. You know what I'm saying? But that fucked me up, man. I learned this the day before yesterday. So, yesterday I just enjoyed my little 420 and shit, put some bud in the air. I just kept it rolling till the day and said, fuck it, I'm gonna jump on and talk some boxing and get some therapy from my partners. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let it be therapeutic. But I feel I feel you as far as you hanging with this cat and these type of things. Is what's in him. And you say he took his life probably trying to avoid the consequences, or it could have just now that you caught and you get to hold a mirror up to yourself, it could have just been eating at him too. We'll never know because we'll just never know because of what he did. And nobody's going to ever get an answer from him. But yeah, I hope that little girl be able to get that out of the system, because this is gonna sound crazy, and I ain't no doctor or nothing, but if you know, it's two things that happen when kids get messed with. And there's girls or boys. The boys either go down that lane of being funny-ish, but the girls turn out a couple of ways. They turn out to be real promiscuous or real standoffish. Those two things I can say because I have come across a few in my lifetime before getting married. And when I would actually sit down and conversate, you at one point or another, you do got to talk to them, and I would find out things and I'd be like, damn, that happened to you. And in my mind, I would be breaking down saying, this is why you seem to be so easy. You want to be loved. A person to mess with you gave you a false security about what love is. Some old dude ran game on you and messed you up. So yeah, I hope her and her family can find peace from that. And only God and the old boy gonna be able to deal with how he left.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit rocked that little old poker community, man. Got everybody somber around this motherfucker all the way around. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just never know, man. The guy just seems so normal. And a motherfucker, a whole predator, a whole monster behind closed doors. A little girl's worst nightmare behind closed doors. You don't even fucking know it. You know what I'm saying?
Is that how it usually go? He was a very nice person. Very nice person. You find out they Freddy Krueger behind the door.
And I guess maybe I'm just not conditioned enough when it comes to shit like that, because my life done been smooth. Like I ain't had like a lot of traumatic type of energy around me in my life. I done been very lucky or blessed, whatever you want to say as far as that regard. So I ain't like had to process that type of information before. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that I'm chopping it up with every day, and we shaking hands and laughing and discussing GTO and all of this type of shit every day. And this motherfucker a whole monster out here, man. And he guilty. He know he ain't about that shit ain't about to go right in court. He don't want to go face them niggas in the penitentiary. He know what awaits people like him. And then when I did my research, I saw his picture that they posted on Facebook and shit. And I was looking at the comments, and I'm pretty sure he done been on the same page and looked at them comments. All that hatred that was coming his way. You know what I'm saying? Like he couldn't face that shit. So he didn't even give himself a chance for redemption. He just went out there just said fucking and just took his life like a coward. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
do understand.
yeah, that shit is crazy, man.
Oh shoot, Rod Exton joined into the building. He said, "What's up, my people?"
The champ, what's up, bro? Yeah, we can get
Oh,
back on some boxing,
OG,
man. I ain't trying to keep us on this
OG.
bullshit all night, man.
Yeah,
That
I
was
feel
just
you.
something. Yeah, that's just something that I, went
Hey,
through
you know
here
the show
recently.
do make turns every once in a while, and we go down until until we say we need to say, and then we keep it moving. Now this, you said you got to look at her, Thibault Tam. She's not too hard on the eye either. She a tall drink of water
Yeah, I got to check that out.
or juice or Kool Aid. For me, Pepsi. You know, but that 1-2 straight. Oh my goodness, she caught old girl on the chin so solid. If you haven't seen it, oh man, solid, solid.
Yeah,
So if you were to grade Alicia Baumgardner in her fight against Show, whatever her name is, and do you think that she's really um is she poised to be like the superstar in boxing that she claiming she is with the show that she put on? Cause it looked like to me more of a showcase fight.
that's what it was supposed to be, but she ain't got the gas tank to be the face of boxing. Like if you go back and you look over the years and shit, and you looked at the best fighters that was in the game, from Mayweather, Muhammad Ali, you could look at Evander Holyfield,
Sugar Ray,
Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Leonard went and got Thomas Hearns in the 14th round. This
man.
woman here, she getting tired after 6 rounds. Like if you look at the difference between the 6th round and the 7th round, it's like a stark contrast. She gets tired coming down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think she got the gas tank to be the best in the game. You know what I'm saying? She gonna have to keep on talking, and hopefully her looks hold up, and everybody love her for that type of shit. But as far as whooping everybody ass in the ring, I don't think she got the stamina.
Now, as far as her stamina go, I'll give her this because she's fighting 10-minute, 3-minute rounds opposed to 2. So I'll give her that. But listening to her talk about Caroline Dubois, and I got to bring it up. And no Gil Cole, you can't have her. I saw her first. The thing I want to say about that is, I'm listening to her talk, and she's making a heck of a lot of excuses. She's like, "Oh, I'm trying to be, defend what I got here, where she at, and weight class she at." But then she heard up and said, "I think Dubois is trying to move up to 147, so she trying to duck me anyway." And I'm like, "No, we're not gonna use that excuse. You're not gonna get away with it like that, cause your crocodile ass mouth been talking. You talk so much and so bad about Clarissa, which I keep pointing out, y'all were supposedly friends until you made that comment when y'all was sitting side by side in that interview. Then everything went downhill. And you trying to recruit, to me, you trying to recruit people like they say with Shakur and Keyshawn and all them. You trying to recruit somebody to be Clarissa, because you was advocating real hard for Shadeja Green. I mean, real hard. Oh, Shadeja ready. You need to be worried about Shadeja. Shadeja went out there, and I know she went to the hospital. I know what she posted. But let me ask you, was it the punch, the overhand right that Lonnie Daniels put on Shadeja that caused the brain bleed?
I don't know, man, but I said that she ain't got no heart and shit. I feel bad for saying that she had a malfunction with
Don't
her
say
body.
don't feel bad, because you said she didn't have heart before this fight. So that statement can still stand on its own before this situation came up.
Yeah, see, but what I was gonna say is this situation still makes me feel like she's not reliable. You know what I'm saying? Like when she lost in the Olympics, the AIBA World Championship, she lost to that Kumbai. Damn, it was something Kumbai. Kumbayeva. Fuck, I can't think of her name, but she from Kazakhstan. And she beat her in the final. She won gold and Shadasia Green won silver. And I saw that she just went out there and took the gold medal. Shadasia Green looked like she was more talented. She the more athletic fighter. She former basketball player and all this shit. Her opponent looked like she was kind of overweight a little bit and looked like she was a little slower, you know what I'm saying? But she just had that heart. She went out there and took that shit. So that had me kind of doubting Shadasia Green. And now I got another situation where her body didn't hold up. You know what I'm saying? And like I ain't never heard of brain bleeds with women. I didn't even know women hit hard enough to even be causing that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never heard of that with women. I've only heard of that with men, and men are hitting significantly harder. So to me, it just looked like she just kind of fragile. You know what I'm saying? Like you getting brain bleeds from a women's fighter. And I could understand like if the woman had a 90% knockout percentage or something. How many knockouts that woman had? About 4 knockouts out of 14
Yeah,
wins or some
it's a
shit.
small number. It's like 4.
It wasn't nothing special.
It's not a big number.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing special. You out here getting brain bleeds from this? I just, I ain't trying to talk down on her. I just don't think she's reliable. I don't think her heart is reliable. I don't think her body's reliable. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I took from it.
I feel you. I feel you with that. She started off, using a jab and everything trying to work, but once Lonnie Daniels kind of seemed like she kicked it in gear, it took her completely off track. But I didn't notice her not looking the same until after that punch. After Lonnie caught her with that overhand, that's when I started seeing a change in her. And I thought actually that she was gonna she did get stopped. But I kind of figured that was what going to happen because, like you said, when I first saw it, the first thing I'm like, oh man, Trey X was right. This girl ain't got no heart. Lonnie Daniels just taking her heart from her, not realizing that she done knocked something loose in her.
Yeah, see, but this ain't a woman that's been fighting her whole life either.
Right, she was a basketball player.
Yeah, she started boxing at like 17 years old or something like that. So she ain't got that callus that you build up when you start fighting young and you used to taking punches and shit. You know what I'm saying? She if you get in the ring and you start hitting her back and you start pushing the issue, I see some fold in her.
I agree.
That's why I always say we got to see what happens when they're hitting back. That is my main thing. We have to see what happens when they're hitting back because that's what a fight is. I hit you and you hit me. If I'm just hitting you and you ain't hitting me with nothing, that's
then
not
I'm
a fight.
Brave.
That's
I'm
assault.
brave the whole fight.
Yeah, that's why like when I be saying the fighter is an Iron Man and all that type of shit, I only say that is if the fighter took a loss to a power puncher, a fighter had a draw with a power puncher, or a fighter won a split decision victory against a power puncher. I have to see some evidence that they was getting hit back. If they win by unanimous decision or even majority decision, that's not enough evidence that they was getting hit back. They don't win 10 rounds, they win 12 rounds, but they could have been in there untouchable for 10 rounds. I need some evidence that they was getting hit back. And I get that with a loss, a draw, or a split decision victory.
I get dang. That's crazy. I missed 420, but I didn't miss 420. Make sense?
What you sipping on something?
Yeah, I sipped a little something. I like my Hennessy. I sipped a little Hennessy. Not a lot, just enough to say, okay, I'm feeling all right. Things are good.
Yeah. I had ordered me a new vaporizer and shit. That motherfucker having me coughing up a lung.
Yeah.
Neighbors coming outside asking them all right and all that type of shit.
Dang, for real? You coughing like that? Somebody
get out
on the porch.
Yeah, get out of my motherfucking business, man. I did not summon y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay.
To be honest, I didn't even realize that yesterday was 420, but that would explain. It was raining like a mug yesterday, right?
Yeah.
But every other passenger that got on the bus, be it female or male, smelled like herb. I got off the bus and got back on the bus, and the whole bus was lit up. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I took some deep breaths and kind of drifted away for a minute. Hell, I even missed a turn. I had to go around the block to get it back right.
Yeah.
But that explains it. You know, they got that fiesta going on down here in San Antonio. And people partying, the Spurs. They won a playoff game.
Yeah.
They really lit. They was lit the other day. Everybody riding around, blowing their horns, holding up Spurs signs. They had on their Spurs shirts. Everybody was just spurred up. They super crunk. Don't let the Spurs mess around and surprise the NBA and pull off a victory and come home with a trophy.
Yeah, it would be amazing, but I think they're gonna fall to the Thunder. The Thunder, I just think they're in a class of their own. I'm locked in with Moody Trayweather. I'm taking the Thunder and the Celtics in the finals.
Man,
Just based on numbers. That's all it is.
I
Just
feel
based on the efficiency margin. That's all I'm going with. And I got it right last year when the OKC they went out there and beat the Pacers last season. I was right about that shit, even though the Pacers made it very interesting. They took that shit 7 games. You know what I'm saying? The Pacers they had some special moments last year in the finals.
Yeah, they pushed it to the limit.
Yeah. Stole some games in OKC and all kind of shit. But OKC is more experienced now, man. And that motherfucker SGA is bad, man. And that boy that he got with him is bad too, with them big ass eyes.
Something Gilchrist, ain't that name? SGA, that's the Gilchrist dude, right?
Yeah, Shea Gilgeous Alexander.
Oh, see, I missed it. I called the man Gilchrist.
Yeah, there used to be a Michael Kidd Gilchrist back in the day.
Okay, maybe
he ended up being a bust.
Oh no!
But this guy here, he one of them Kobe type niggas. You know what I'm saying? He got that mid-range game. He gonna get to the free throw line. He good in the clutch. He get all kind of calls from the referee. You barely touch the motherfucker, they gonna blow that whistle. He gonna go to the line to make his free throws. And he got a Robin with him too. He got a partner in crime. And both of them go off. Them niggas hard to beat when both of them on. I can't think of his name, the dude with the long hair. But he
dark
be out
skin
there
slim guy?
Huh?
Dark skin slim guy?
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't know his name. But I do know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think he the 3, but he be out there hooping.
Let me ask you first. Let me give you some props. You know how we always on fathers when it comes to sports, running their mouth and stuff like that, and being over the top. Well, I got to give you some props because I haven't heard him making a lot of noise as of late, but he did call something that you got to give him some respect for, and that's the Ball. What's his Mr. Ball? What's his first name?
LeVar Ball.
Mr. LeVar Ball. You know, got to give him credit. He pushed him, or his 3 sons did get into the NBA. And one is, from what I understand, the baby boy, like he said, the baby boy was going to be the best. From what I'm understanding, the baby boy is doing his thing.
Yeah, he cold.
So I just wanted to bring that up to give Mr. Ball his credit, because I remember people were saying he was a loudmouth and all kind of stuff. They had distaste for him because he had much confident in his sons. And so congratulations to him and his boys and how he done got his boys into the NBA. 3 brothers. That's saying a lot.
And took his own path. Didn't even play for a college. He went and hooped in Lithuania with the pros for a little while, and then he came and got drafted to the NBA and been hooping. They definitely a fun team to watch. Like, they don't look like no championship contender or nothing, but they fun to watch though. That nigga gonna be shooting them off balance threes, and he gonna be throwing them alley oops to that I can't even think of the dude's name either. That's a shame, man. Bridges or something like that. But that motherfucker gonna catching the windmill, that bitch, and all that type of shit. They a fun team to watch, man.
Yeah, so dare I say, here to some black excellence, even though it might not be excellent to a lot of people, it did the job the unconventional way, and it proved to be successful. Now I want to ask you about what do you think about being Whitaker? Do you think he's passed the eye test? His last fight only lasted 2 minutes. I don't think he's getting enough rounds in to really say he looked like he got the flash and pizzazz. But I don't know. Do you think he could be it at 175?
He's a good fighter, man. He a 4.5 on the scale, Olympic silver medalist. He got jammed up a little bit trying to get that turkey out of Sheik money, and they put him off in there with a journeyman that's an Iron Man from the UK. A dude that done been around the block fighting for them domestic titles and shit. He done took some losses, but ain't never been stopped. And he come to fight. And he went off in there and they ruled the fight a draw.
That's when they
But
fell out the ring.
yeah, but he really should have lost that fight. And then then he beat him in a rematch, I think by decision. But he fell out of favor with the fans and shit, man. This last fight, they were trying to get him a showcase. So I knew that was gonna be like a short night. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, the dude he had been knocked out 3 times going into the fight. So that was his 4th time getting knocked out. So I knew he wasn't gonna have much durability. You know what I'm saying? Especially against a guy that can punch a little bit and he got high pedigree. This dude been getting knocked out by lesser quality fighters. And now he off in there with a 4.5 that can punch a little bit. So I wasn't surprised, man. But he a decent guy. He definitely got some smoke at light heavyweight though. I was seeing the people with ProBox TV. They was talking about him fighting that 175 pounder from Georgia. I can't think his fucking name. I can't never think of nobody's name. I'm on that bud too, man. I'm on some good right now.
What kind is it? I just got to know.
You know what? I done lost that package. I don't know what this shit was, man. It was actually like a little bargain price. I thought it wasn't gonna be good, but it was only a good price because it was the small buds. But it was some good though, man. It was one of them cookie strains, man, like a gelato strain.
Oh,
That's
okay.
mainly what you see out there, like some sweet taste and shit almost.
Yeah,
But it was good
you can
though.
talk about it because I've been out the mix so long. I
The
don't know.
game is crazy right now, man. Like if you call somebody for some bud, they probably won't even just pull up with no bud, man. They gonna pull up with like a dog. And you
Oh,
gonna be like,
who?
what the fuck is this? Like a dog. And they say nigga, that's the 3.5. And then you gotta get the bud out the head of the dog, like in the back is a zipper, and you get the bud out. Or like they might bring you some shit. It don't look like bud is involved. Like you don't even know. Like I got this can that said acetone on it. But if you look closely, you will see it got some bud that's a mixture between permanent marker and candy fumes. I got that shit stashed because I had some of that shit before. That shit fire. So I got like 2 different kinds. I saved that one though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But yeah, the bud come in crazy ways now, man. They got the shit all disguised up and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Dang. Well, it is what it is. My baby girl had hit me up the other day. She's like, Dad, I'm like, I've been out the game so long, baby. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. You're gonna have to go to the store.
Yeah.
So, what's his name? Daniel Dubois and
Fabio Wardley.
man, it's getting ready to be that. Daniel said he gonna bring the noise.
I had
Both of them.
forgot that motherfucker Fabio Wardley had fought another 4.5 and Joseph Parker. That's why D'Lo said his bailout plan might not work this time because he was losing to Justice Hooney, and he got his bailout plan came through for him in the 10th round. He was losing to Joseph Parker. His bailout plan came out on top against Joseph Parker. Let's see if he needs to be bailed out again against Daniel Dubois. You know what I'm saying? And I've only seen Dubois get hurt by punches he didn't see coming, like by Usyk, and he also fought this guy named Kevin Lorena. And both of them are southpaws. And southpaws can step around your lead foot, get to your dorsal side, and hit you with some blind shots that you don't see coming. I haven't seen Daniel Dubois get hurt to the chin where he's doing a stanky leg against an orthodox fighter because you can see them punches coming. I'm seeing him get hurt against Southpaws. You know what I'm saying? So I think he got a good chance to win this fight. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in with Daniel Dubois. The bailout plan would not come through this time for Fabio Worley. And yeah, we're gonna get that victory.
Knockout or decision?
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to knock out uh
Either
Fabio
one.
Worley. Like I done seen him take some shots from Fraser Clark. Fraser Clark is a pretty good puncher. He's an Olympic bronze medalist. I saw him take a few shots from Justice Hooney, 4.5. At the time they fought, I think he had a decent knockout percentage. It was around 60%, 58, 60%, somewhere off in there. You can punch a little bit, especially at heavyweight. I done seen the dude take some punches from several good guys. Like David Adelaide is a good puncher. He caught him with some good shots, and he didn't hurt him. So I think his chin is very good, and that's one reason why he's been able to last so long. Because he ain't had that many amateur fights, man. This motherfucker just had a few fights, and he often there beating Olympic bronze medalists, AIBA World Championship bronze medalists, two of them, as a matter of fact, and Joseph Parker and Justice Hooney. This motherfucker taking punches and shit. I think that's part of his makeup. Like he got heart, he got stamina, and he got a chin. So it's gonna be hard to knock him out, man. I think Daniel DeBark gonna have to beat the motherfucker by decision.
He said he gonna outbox him. He did say that. They both talked about hurting each other, but Daniel said, when asked, he was like, "It's gonna be a knockout or whatever." He said, "No, I'm a box. If an opportunity for a knockout comes, then it comes. But I'm gonna show him my skills." Which is funny to hear him though, because the way he talks to me is kind of robotic. But he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to show him my skills. I'm gonna show him my skills." Daniel looked like he was trying to hurry up and get up out of there. He had his little suit on, and they was making fun of him, talking about, "Yeah, he got important stuff to go do." Eric R got a question. He said, "Do y'all think the 250 million multiple fight offer for Bud to come back is real? And if so, is it worth it?"
No, it ain't. I don't know if it's real or not, but it ain't worth it because he done already
Accomplished
explained
it
how
all.
he done accomplished it all. He done explained how he felt about taking money to come back for a fight. He said that's selling your soul. That's what he got on that Chandler, whatever the fuck that dude name is that he was talking to. Y'all know that motherfucker that used to play for the Dolphins back in the day.
Oh yeah,
linebacker.
yeah. On that game, it's him, a couple other guys.
He talking about $100 million. You can have my soul.
Yeah,
He said
guy.
now we know your character and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he ain't putting no price on his soul. That's the way he put it. So I don't think it'll be worth it for him.
When the great ones retire, when guys retire like that, the fishing line always comes out. They always dangle a price tag in front of you, and the price tag isn't being dangled in front of you. They're not dangling it in front of you for you to come and win and show that you're still great. They really dangling it in front of you to show that you can take a loss, hoping that you finna come in and get your ass whooped. That's what that payment 9 times out of 10 is about. It's not about furthering their legacy. It's about tarnishing it. That's my opinion.
Now he could look at it a little differently too, because like that type of price, like if it was for one fight especially, I don't know about multiple fights. That probably won't be worth it to him. But if it was 250 million for one fight, that could be him getting his due in the game, where he able to get that price tag for one fight and then riding to the sunset. Like if he was to fight against Mayweather or something. Like let's say Mayweather go out there and whoop Pacquiao, he go out there and whoop a few more motherfuckers, and then they say that's just how Mayweather versus Crawford. I know Mayweather probably wouldn't go for that shit because he real protective of his undefeated record, and Crawford got a good chance of whooping his ass. But
A
I'm just
very good chance because Mayweather, what,
hypothetically,
42?
hell no, Mayweather like 48.
What, he that close to 50 now?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't realize that many years it went by that fast. My goodness.
Yeah, nigga, I'm down there 42. That
Yeah,
motherfucker,
you right.
Mayweather is significantly older than me. But that would be the one thing, and that would be an event. That would be a spectacle. The whole world to stop, especially if Mayweather looked good, because he ain't never really left the gym. So He might look good against Pacquiao. He might stop Pacquiao or some shit.
So
You
that
never
fight
know.
is on again. I thought that fight was off.
Shit, I saw some the other day said they it's on again.
Wow. I also
Oh.
saw that Pacquiao brought one of Mayweather gyms.
Yeah.
But I think that's the one that had made the news a few years ago, where they were complaining that Mayweather wasn't really taking care of them and stuff like that at that gym. It wasn't the main one that we usually see him in.
Yeah. But if I was close to that motherfucker Crawford, I'd say, man, just fuck that, man. If we can get $250 million for one fight, go get that money, bro. For one fight, $250 million, go get that money.
Who would it be against though? Who
Just saying,
is?
nigga Mayweather.
Oh, Mayweather. Yeah, yeah. You could beat the old man for sure. The old man is the old man. I don't care how long you've been in the gym. Him and Pacquiao, I think that, because you said he probably knocked Pacquiao out. That's more of a good lineup. Pacquiao just a little bit younger than Mayweather as far as it goes. So those two fighting, but I wouldn't stick Mayweather in there with none of the young guys now.
Nah, he ain't supposed to. But he need money. So it's like a wounded animal. A lion don't give a fuck if a gazelle is old and crippled. Your ass is your ass is on the dinner table, nigga. It ain't my fault that you old and crippled. That's on you. And you put yourself in a position where you need some action. And if they trying to pay me, Turkey Island Sheik and them trying to give me $250 million or something, I'm gonna whoop your old ass for $250 million.
I wonder is he normal people broke, rich people broke, or rich people broke? Because there's a difference.
Rich people broke, bro. You already know.
Well, if he rich people broke, he's still rich. And slow down on some of that spending, diversify, and sit your ass down.
Yeah, but he ain't trying to do that because in his mind, that's like taking a loss, where you got to downsize your life. Instead of having 20 mansions all over the world, you just got one or you got two. Instead of having 80 cars, you just got 5 or 4 or some shit like that.
I'll be downsizing my ass off because I can't live in all of them. My mind would be too worried about who breaking into the motherfucker that I ain't in. Excuse my language. Who breaking into the crib that I'm not in?
See, but the baseline changes though. See, we ain't never reached this baseline before, so we don't know how it feels. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say you broke as fuck, right? You ain't got nothing. Let's say you got nothing. You ain't got. Let's say you got $100 to your name in the bank. Your bills is paid and shit though, so you okay. You don't owe no money, but you broke though. And then somebody say, man, hey, if you do this for me, I'll give you 40,000. And when you think 40,000, you like, man, it's a lot I could do with 40,000. 40,000 would change my life for a little while. I would be a lot more comfortable. I would have a cushion in my life. If something goes wrong with my car or something, I ain't gotta pray about it or ask somebody for a loan. I can go get things taken care of and all that kind of shit. Like you would feel good as fuck, man. You would get a release of dopamine in your bloodstream and serotonin, endorphins. It'll feel good as fuck. But after you get to 40,000 and you have it for a little while, a week or two, then you start going back to baseline. And now all of a sudden that 40,000 ain't so impressive anymore. And now you really realize that you need to keep going. 40,000 is good for right now, but we need to try to get to 100,000 and invest our money in shit. ETFs and S&P 500 and all that old type of shit. Like we need to get to where this money can work for us while we sleep and all that type of shit. And then once you reach that, now we at another baseline, and we feel like we need to get to $250,000, and it just keeps going. See, he on the level that we can't even fathom. This motherfucker that had $1 billion worth of assets, and that's why I say he rich people broke.
That's why I asked it like that.
It's hard to go from $1 billion in assets to flat broke.
So, well, see this though. See this, because me and Biggie got a phrase. We know how to be broke. We already know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? We know that. So I guess it's a fine line. Once you start making the money, do you look at it as, oh, I made this, so I'm gonna go get this, or do you look at it and say, I made this, I can maintain this,
Well,
and I
people been
think the
broke for 40
maintain.
years, bro.
I feel you, and you got to look at how. You know what I'm saying? How did you get it? You got it from whooping ass all the time. That's how you got it, and whooping ass don't last forever. So you would think, yeah, and I'm just throwing it out there because you're right. I ain't been close to $1 billion. Hell, I ain't been in the bank that I felt like had close to $1 billion. But what I can say is that at some point you have to realize, damn, I'm gonna start fighting one day. How do I keep this kind of money going without burning through it? Like you said, 40 mansions is it's just not. What is your purpose to have 40 mansions? To be in one and worrying about the other 39. You got 100 cars, you driving one, and the others are just sitting there dry rotting.
Yeah, see, but we got the benefit of anonymity. He lives in the public eye, and he cares about what people say. So if he start downsizing and folks start talking about, man, that motherfucker Mayweather going broke. He's selling his cars off, he's selling his mansions and all that type of shit. Like, he care when people say shit like that. Like, for us, it would be wise, downsize. Like, I said this shit a long time ago. Before the motherfucker even retired, I said he gonna have to downsize. I told my mom, I said he gonna be back. When he retired, I told my mama he will be back. Because I see a man that can't downsize. He got social pressure not to downsize. He got an ego not to downsize. He got people around him that's on the payroll that depend on him and shit. He seemed to have a bit of a heart. I done heard him pay for funerals and different shit. I done heard him help fighters behind the scenes. I done heard him pay for medical expenses, all kind of shit. So he seemed to have a bit of a heart. If he got people on the payroll, it's gonna be hard to tell the motherfuckers, hey, y'all ain't got a job no more because I got to downsize, man. I can't have security everywhere I go. I can't have a chef that's working 24 hours around the clock. I can't have a personal barber that I'm paying $200 per haircut and all this type of shit. Like, I can't do this.
I
You know
think
what
I
I'm
would
saying?
fight a barber.
Huh?
I think I would fight a barber if he told me I can hook you up for 200. What? Boy.
Nigga, I said that is really like 1,500. Like that Mayweather and them be paying. They ain't paying no 200. I said 200, but when I said it, I was like, nah, that's way too small. Because I heard
this nigga using golden clippers.
I'm just saying that's what they pay. They pay $1,000, they pay $1,200, they pay $1,500. That's the kind of, like, when they got a barber that travel with them. I ain't talking about go to the shop. I'm talking about somebody that leave their shop and get on planes and travel with these guys and be everywhere that they go and available for a haircut at any time. They ain't letting you make it for no $200 and no $100. Nigga, I need 1,000. I need 1,500 because it ain't just your head I'm cutting. I got to get paid for all the heads that I would have cut if I was at my shop instead of being on the road with you.
Oh, well, I'll just come see you at your shop then, because so you can get those other cuts that you trying to make me pay for. I ain't finna pay for a haircut that no.
Well, come to the shop then, nigga. Don't have me right there whenever you need me, nigga. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. You trying to go hit the club and want to get fresh real quick, nigga. I ain't there. You gonna have to be rough, nigga, and come see me when you get back in town then. Because I gotta get compensated. I gotta make a living. And if I'm only charging you $100 or something like that, and then I done went on the road with you and I done came back with $2,000 or some shit like that, nigga, I can't live off that. I could be at my shop getting paid, cutting hair, and you got me on the road, nigga. So you got to pay for the money that I missed out on.
I hear you. MZ wouldn't be doing it, but I do hear you.
Me neither.
Eric Carr said he got told by people he trusted that he would never have to worry about money, and he made smart business decisions. 50 Cent told us years ago about TMT Promotions.
Yeah,
Moody
man,
Trayweather, late but here. What's happening, Moody?
What's up with it, bro? We're going down.
You was finna say about TMT Promotions and 50 Cent?
Man, you know, they saying the motherfucker going broke, man. They got white boys that's online that's looking through the numbers and looking through the books and all this kind of shit. and like he'll be making claims like he got this building in New York and shit and all this kind of stuff. We got people that looking into this shit, and they saying
Public
a lot of
records. They go look at the public records.
yep, and they saying that a lot of the shit that he's saying is fabricated. That shit ain't even really true. So it's like he was kind of like keeping up with the Joneses a little bit when he was well, not even that. Like he was claiming to have shit that assets that he didn't really have. You know what I'm saying? So
Maybe he had some stock in it.
yeah, I don't know, man.
You know, that's a different type dance there. You know, you can claim you own some, but I got some stock in it. So you don't really own it. You just making money off of it.
Yeah, he really just need to turn off that persona, man, because like having all that money and having all the watches and jewelry and cars, and that was part of his persona to sell his image, to sell himself. He became a heel when he went over and started fucking with the WWE. You know what I'm saying? They taught him how to be a heel, the profit in being a heel. People they pay to see you win, and then also people that pay to see you lose. So him flashing all that money and make all the haters mad, especially the Mexicans. They real big on how much money you make. They really pay close attention to that type of shit. So when he offering there flashing that money, nigga, he flashing the jewelry, he flash $1 million. That make them mad and make them want to pay to see him lose. But since you're not fighting no more, you don't need this promotion no more.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be a promoter. You supposed to be promoting the fighters and shit, but you supposed to be behind the scenes. You supposed to be done graduated to a Don King or something. Nigga, you ain't gotta have $1 million to flash on camera no more. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga is not getting this shit. And until he get it, he gonna have to fight.
Again. Well, like you said, he worried about that. Oh, so I'm pretty sure he's crossing his T's and dotting his I's before he get in there. He gonna make sure that he 9 times out of 10 he stand a good chance to win.
Yeah, they better be smart, man. Because if he need some money and they put him off of them with the wrong motherfucker,
the old could be gone, and then he gonna have to live the rest of his life while people talk bad about it. I told you he wasn't this. That's all they waiting for. They waiting for that dam to break. Him losing money won't be as bad as the memes and the internet and the pundits that's been waiting for years to talk about how he wasn't really all that because he got a loss. See, that zero kind of hold him back at bay a little bit. Because I was talking to a guy at work yesterday, actually, and we was talking about different fighters, and I mentioned Andre Ward being Mayweather, and he instantly popped up. I don't have no respect for him. He ran from Pacquiao. Then another motherfucker chimed in, and I just hit him with, ain't Floyd older than Pacquiao? Didn't Freddie Roach come out and tell y'all why that fight didn't take place? Oh, then they made that face like, oh, you believe that? I'm like, how you not gonna believe the dude that's this man's trainer?
Yeah, they don't ever be talking about the people that ran from him too.
Exactly, because they tried to. Well, what about when he didn't fight Shane Mosley? I'm like, did you see the interview with Shane Mosley? He said he had a toothache. He had to get his tooth fixed. Did y'all see him begging Oscar De La Hoya for how long before they finally decided to fight him? It wasn't like this dude was sitting around. I'm like, when he was young, he was putting belt to ass. He was making it happen. And when they wasn't fighting him, he was saying, well, I'm going to just keep on beating up these people until these people come face me.
Yeah, but we can even go back before then. Like after he beat Corrales, folks didn't want no smoke with Mayweather because he wanted to fight Joel Casamayor. He wanted to fight Arcelino Freitas and a bunch of them motherfuckers. And they did not want to sign them contracts to fight this young man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if you're going to talk about it, talk about the whole story. It's always going to be one or two fighters that people say, well, this guy didn't fight and all that type of shit. They did the same thing with Sugar Ray Robinson, talking about he didn't want to fight Charlie Burley and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just part of it.
It's going to always be the naysayer.
Sugar Ray Leonard, they talk about him and Aaron Pryor. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about Roy Jones. They say he didn't want to fight Darius Mikushevsky. Shit, we can go on and on, man. They always say it's a fighter that somebody didn't want to fight. That's just par for the course.
Ali didn't want to fight Rocky.
Who?
the champ, the Rocky. I don't want to say Graciano because I know that's not it. Marciano.
Nah, Ali came way after Rocky Marciano.
It was one of those dudes. He was like, nah, I won't fight him. He wasn't scared of the rabbit though. The first time, 2-time heavyweight champ, Patterson.
Yeah, Floyd Patterson. Well, yeah, he
That boy,
came a long way after Marciano though. Marciano, that motherfucker was fighting like in the early 50s, late 40s or some shit like that. Ali, he had fought Sonny Liston in
62.
Something like that. Yeah, he fought Foreman in 74. So that was like the range of his prime and shit. Because he was like 34 years old when he fought Foreman.
Yeah.
But yeah, he came way after Rocky Marciano though. But that's the special thing about Ali. He one of the people that folks don't have that fighter that he didn't fight. Or at least they don't have very many of them because he fought everybody. He literally fought every fucking body that he could fight, and he fought people that he shouldn't have fought. That's why he only had 55 fights, 50-5 or something like that. But he up there with the greatest fighters that had 100, 200, 300 fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is in their company. I was also thinking about something too, man. We got to give, like I was telling y'all about Harry Greb a little bit last time. You got to give a salute to Harry Greb, man. Harry Greb was a white boy, but he did not draw the color line. I'm talking about he fought every motherfucking body. And he didn't even have training camps. He had so many fights that he fought to stay in shape. Like he was literally having a fight a week. Sometimes he had 2 fights a week. That's why when he died, he was 24 years old. He already had 300-something fights. You know what I'm saying? Like he was fighting all the time. He is the reason that we got our first black middleweight champion. His name was Tiger Flowers. Harry Greb, he had beat this guy named Mickey Walker. That he was actually ducking Harry Greb. He didn't want to fight Harry Greb because Pittsburgh Windmill was putting hands on motherfuckers. He was whooping everybody. He didn't have a lot of power with a lot of knockouts, but he was just a windmill in there. He just gonna throw punch after punch after punch. Mickey Walker didn't want nothing to do with him. So Harry Greb, he started acting like he was a drunk. Every time he be in public, he would act like he was drunk and he was slipping in his pimping and shit. So Mickey Walker saw that and he was like, well, fuck it, I'll fight him then, man. I know I can be the drunk motherfucker. And he went out there and got his ass whooped. So he gave the opportunity to Tiger Flowers. And they fought in Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken. And the white people was mad that Harry Greb lost the fight. And they were threatening Tiger Flowers. And they was talking about doing some harm to him, you know what I'm saying? So Harry Greb personally escorted him to the train and make sure that he got out of town safely with his championship belt. They had a rematch. Greb lost again. Lost like a man, lost like a gentleman. Tiger Flowers was able to keep his belt. Did nothing happen to him. And a big part of that is because Harry Greb made sure nothing happened to him. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them fighters back then, the white fighters, they drew the color line. They didn't want to fight black fighters. But Harry Greb was one of them dudes that'll fight any and every motherfucker that come along in his way. And that's why he number 2 on the all-time list with a lot of serious historians. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The Pittsburgh Windmill?
Yeah.
The human windmill too, they called it.
He probably had a bunch of nicknames. That's how it was with the fighters back in the day. They have a lot of nicknames. But his main one was definitely the Pittsburgh Windmill. Harry Greb. The only person to beat Gene Tunney. Gene Tunney was a bad motherfucker. He's out there boxing motherfuckers up.
You said the dude, Tiger Flowers, right?
Yeah.
They died right after each other.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he died too. They both died on the operating table. Yeah, I think they both had eye injuries too.
Exactly. They both had eye injuries. One of I think Tiger got his eye removed, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember who scratched the motherfucker eye. Yeah, I can't remember this shit. I have to refresh my memory, but yeah, they both died on the operating table. They was some cold motherfuckers in that ring, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Even Ted DiBiase knew he couldn't be the $1 million man forever. He said George Foreman, Roy Jones, and Emmanuel Stewart all told Shane Mosley and Oscar that Mayweather was high risk, low reward. That's the first time I heard the term, and it's been killing the sports ever since.
Yeah.
D-Lo 4 is in the building, Mr. Voice of Reason.
Salute, we're going down, bro.
Moody Trayweather says speaking facts on Ali.
Yeah. You know, I ain't gonna never come in here a lot of y'all. I like when I say something and motherfucker be like, I was today years old when I learned this. Because y'all know that if I tell you, I'm doing everything in my power to tell you the truth, nigga. I ain't gonna never come in here on no bullshit and just be capping, you know what I'm saying? But D-Lo say, where was the great Tiger Flowers from, Trey? I couldn't think off the top of my head, but I think he's from Georgia, huh? That's probably why he asked.
That's why y'all was just gonna say that's probably why he's bringing it up.
I think what they call him the Georgia Deacon, if I'm not mistaken, because he was a pastor. I think that's the Georgia Deacon. Y'all look it up to make sure that's what his alias was.
Man, that's crazy to die while you getting your face operated on.
Yeah, that's our first black middleweight champion and our first black southpaw middleweight champion.
Dang.
So what else we got coming up, man?
We got the what fights is coming up? We know Boots and what's calling them fight in May. No, next month. Wait, April, May. No, June. 2 months. They like pretty much 2 months coming up. Fabio Wardley and Daniel Dubois. Is the Tower Inferno getting ready to fight again? He said any surgery was risky in them days. Yeah, medicine wasn't quite what it is today.
Yeah.
I know those the ones that's right on the tip of my noggin. Clarissa getting ready to fight.
I'm about to see right now. Okay, we got a fairly interesting fight that's coming up on the 25th, I think. Lawrence Okoli versus Tony Yoka. We got two Olympic gold medalists going against each other. They got Lawrence Okoli as the favorite in the fight. He came up from cruiserweight. He was down there having tough fights against who was that tough motherfucker he fought at cruiserweight? I can't even think of the name of the guy. He upset the motherfucker though. I always get him and Richard Riakporhe mixed up. I think Riakporhe was going against CBS. He was going against Chris Billiam-Smith. I can't remember who Okoli was going against. But since he done moved up to heavyweight, he looking better though. It looked like he more comfortable in the ring. He looked stronger in the ring. He out there looking smooth out there, working off the jab. Because at cruiserweight, he just wants to grab motherfuckers all the time. He'll hit you one time and grab you. Hit you one time and grab you. That was his whole style. But since he done went to heavyweight, he kind of boxing out there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He looking smooth out there. So now he got a pretty good test. I mean, Tony Yoka, he done been an underachiever. He is a 5 on the scale. But he has not been performing like a 5. He out there getting upset by journeymen and all this other type of shit. He just a untrustworthy fighter. He kind of like in that Joshua category to where he won Olympic gold, but a lot of people felt like he didn't deserve to win Olympic gold. He got some home cooking. Yeah, he got some home cooking type shit. This is either piss or get off the pot for Tony Yoka. I mean, this guy is naturally bigger. He got this guy that's a former cruiserweight coming up and weight to fight him. You need to go out there and put hands on this motherfucker, Yoka, or you just gonna be relegated to being a tough test for the young guys. Or you just gonna have to get paid on domestic journeyman fights or something like that. But if you want to do anything in your career and go to the next level, you need to go out here and whoop Lawrence Okoli.
You saying Bocoli or Okoli?
Lawrence Okoli.
D-Lo said he just popped dirty.
So they ain't gonna fight no more.
He just put it up and he said, well, Cody just popped dirty. It just popped up on the screen.
Okay, I was seeing that the fight supposed to have been coming up on the 25th. I wondered if they cancel it or they gonna go ahead and have it. You know, sometimes them UK motherfuckers pop dirty and they still
keep on push through.
Yeah. So we'll see about that.
Rod X had a question.
Yeah.
He said, who was the fighter that died getting his teeth worked on?
Died getting his teeth worked on. That sounds kind of familiar. It ain't really coming into focus though.
Yeah, D-Lo got some sad news. His cousin passed away getting his tonsils removed several years back. We were only 2+ months apart in age. I was supposed to get my tonsils taken out because I would get tonsillitis, a bad case, like every couple of years. Thank God they didn't take them out, but they haven't flared up in some years. The last time they flared up, I was walking up some stairs and I collapsed on the stairs. It just weakened me. And my sister took me to a Chinese doctor. And I went in there and they looked in my mouth and, gave me some medicine and a shot. They gave me a shot and some medicine. The instant they gave me this shot, bro, my throat stopped hurting.
Yeah. See, it's your bloodstream quick. Hey, as far as boxing, though, I got to give a shout out to Tenshin Nasukawa because that motherfucker there done turned into a real live boxer. He done went from getting embarrassed against Mayweather and crying and shit after the fight to beating some real live people. Like, he just went out there and beat El Gallo here fairly recently. He stopped El Gallo, too. He stopped him in like 9 rounds. He also got a win over a guy that I like. I can't think of the guy's name. He's from like Costa Rica or some shit like that. Fuck, what's his name? We done bet on this dude a bunch of times. He done won money for us because they always got him as a big underdog. But he had fought against Tenshin Nasukawa, Southpaw versus Southpaw, and Nasukawa got the victory. And that was against a 4.5. And now he just went out there and stopped El Gallo. Tenshin Nasukawa out there fighting his ass off over there in the UK. Now, he did take an upset loss. He lost to Takuma Inoue. But Takuma Inoue is a 4.5 on the scale. He's still young. He in his prime. They done put him in there with some tough guys in Japan. He got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. He got the footwork and shit. He on the outside boxing motherfuckers. He ain't got a lot of power, but he real crafty in the ring. He real savvy. He go out there and outbox you all day. So that was a pretty tough test for Tenshin. But Tenshin, since then, he done went out there and stopped El Gallo and shit. Hey, salute to Tenshin Nasukawa, man. That way to bounce back.
Flip point.
Huh?
The switch and flip point.
Yeah, he just done been a fighter all his life, man. He done been fighting with the martial arts and all that type of shit. The kickboxing and all that. Translated over to boxing. Took some lumps. And then he done just put it all together. And he looked like a tough out for anybody that's going to go over there and fight him. And he got the love of the crowd. He got the love of his people. He got the respect of his people. And they going to go and pay to watch him fight. So salute the Tenshin, man. And we also got a good fight with Junto Nakatani versus Naoya Inoue coming up pretty soon.
When they supposed to fight?
I think that's going to be like May the 2nd. Or something like that.
Far.
Yeah, Takuma Inoue going to be fighting the same day. He's going to be fighting against Kazuto Ioka. We done picked him in the Chow Ross a bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a good fight. But the Nakatani Inoue, that's going to be a hell of a fight, man. Both of them can punch their ass off. Southpaw versus Orthodox. We've been seeing some chinks in the armor for Nakatani here lately, though, because he was looking like one of them people. Well, he had fought one of them Maloney brothers, and we almost got the Nakatani by decision. He knocked the motherfucker out in the 12th round, hit him with the hardest looping left hand that you'll see, made him fall face first on the ground, if I'm not mistaken, knocked his ass out. But since then, he been showing some vulnerability. And we just seen some vulnerability anyway, too, though, especially when he fought against Southpaws. He had fought against his Southpaw from Ireland. I can't think of his name. TJ Doheny or Donnie or something like that. And he was out there winning some rounds against Inoue, fighting, going to the body with something, doing something smooth out there. You know what I'm saying? Now, anyway, stepped on the gas and got his ass up out of there. But I saw a little something. You know what I'm saying? And then when he had fought against that Luis Nery is a southpaw as well. He had dropped Anyway in the fight. And Anyway came back with something and got his ass up out of there because that's how Anyway do. But I see a little bit of chink in the armor when it comes to fighting southpaws. And I won't be mistaken, not mistaken, but I won't be surprised if Nakatani come with something that's a little bit uncomfortable against Anyway from the southpaw stance. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully Nakatani don't have too much respect for him going into the fight, and he can go out there and give his best effort. And I think that'll be one that's worth getting up at 3:00 in the morning to watch. For real.
If it's on a Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll be up anyway. Oh no, I won't. A Wednesday, I mean Thursday, Thursday, Friday.
Who you think gonna win?
What's his name? Chikani? Naka? No, not Naka. The other dude, the monster.
No, you're Anyway.
The monster. I like the monster over. I like Nakatani, but I like the monster. He seemed to always pull it off.
Yeah, we also got David Benavidez versus Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez coming up soon too.
They fighting at 175.
Nah, they fighting at cruiserweight.
That's 200, right?
Yeah, 199.
Yeah, David slowly going up that ladder, ain't he?
Yeah, I think it is 200. But yeah, David, he fighting somebody he got a lot of familiarity with though. They done had a lot of sparring against each other and shit. But the thing is, Benavidez was a lot younger. He was helping Zurdo get ready for big fights, but now he done came a long way, and he done got a lot more experience. He done got better. He done got more seasoned. He done settled in as a pro that's fighting good fighters. I think that he probably gonna go out there and beat Zurdo. He probably gonna be too fast for him. Zurdo been looking pretty good and shit, but I did see a little bit of vulnerability when he had fought against that Cuban that be fighting at southpaw that was knocking niggas out with all that power. I can't think of his name. Y'all know I can't never think of nobody's name, but the dude at cruiserweight, he had the power and shit. But he gave a little bit of resistance to Zurdo. I saw a little bit of vulnerability. He boxed beautifully when he fought against CBS, though, Chris Billiam Smith. That was a very good performance. I had put some money on Chris Billiam Smith, too, just in case Zurdo had a tough night and went out there and lost, because Zurdo did a damn good job, you know what I'm saying? But that's going to be an interesting one, though, because the familiarity, and plus Zurdo just tough-minded, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just seen him get outboxed by Bivol, but outside of that, you know, he gonna go out there and do what he got to do to win. So definitely looking forward to that one, man. That's gonna be a good one.
Rod X gave us the answer to the guy that died on getting his teeth pulled, and that was Pancho Villa died getting his teeth worked on.
Pancho Villa.
Okay. He said he is showing once again that kickboxers have a solid chance of success when crossing over. In a way, been in tough lately. I love how the Japanese fighters are popping off from Moody Trayweather. Yeah, Japan is looking good. David Morrell is the guy you're talking about. And yeah, Japan is looking good. Not Morrell?
No, I'm talking about the guy that was at cruiserweight. Morrell done fought at 68 and 75.
He said you talking about Zurdo's opponent?
Zurdo past opponent.
Yeah, that's what he asking.
Yeah. That Cuban fighter at cruiserweight, he was fighting against I think he fought against Usyk and all them motherfuckers.
Heck, I didn't know that David Benavidez at 15. I saw him on one of the interviews. He was talking about how he used to spar with Triple G. Yeah. He said he mentioned that they were like sparring hard. He was like, it wasn't like they, it was going easy on it. He said he learned a lot from Triple G, but he did also let it slip that he had got the best of Triple G at some times.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a slip or he just put it out on purpose. But hell, that's pretty damn good at 15 to be going in there getting your chops, getting your chops on work like that in the gym.
Yeah, you're natural. You
And he
just
seemed to have David seemed to have two things about it. He got hard, and he seemed to have a mean streak that bubbles up under him.
no, yeah, he like to fight. I like David Benavidez, man. I fuck with David. David can go out there and get on your motherfucking ass. You best to come with it. You gonna fight David, man. For real. And he got that deep amateur background and that, but he done been in with tough fighters since he was a fucking teenager. And they was pros. And he in there squabbling with the motherfuckers. I fuck with David.
I like David too. D'Lo said he was nearly 300 pounds when he was young. I remember that. I remember him talking. Hell, I seen the pictures. I seen the video of him talking as a little fat kid. And he said one of the things that he mentioned, cats was making fun of him, and he was like, "Okay, when I show you and I get in that ring," so he got that fat boy mean in him.
Yeah,
that fat boy that despised skinny people.
And he's straight action off in there too, nigga.
Constantly letting his hands go.
Well, like what D'Lo said, man, the kickboxing does seem to translate to boxing pretty good. We done seen it with Big Baby Miller. He done won some fights as a former kickboxer. Like we said, Tenshin Nasukawa. It was this guy named Cameron Ben Hands. It was his opponent. Because Cameron Ben Hands, he had won a national championship in the UK. So we had took Cameron Ben Hands as an underdog in this fight. He fought this guy. His name was Rocky something. I can't remember his last name. But he went out there and got right on his motherfucking ass as a former kickboxer. So I just seen some consistency. Like if you got a high level kickboxer, and then they transition into boxing, and they work and they get tested and they get brought up the right way, they can be some decent guys. They can get some wins.
I remember when they used to show kickboxing on the Wild World of Sports. I hated that. I just didn't like to see the guys boxing and kicking. I just was like, that turned me off. I used to hate kickboxing.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say I'm just a big fan of it, but I was just saying, like, as far as them transitioning into boxing, that seems to be the most successful transition if I compare it to other sports, basketball and football and all that shit. The kickboxers are the ones that transition the best.
Vitaly was a kickboxer?
I don't know. I know he had an amateur background in boxing, if I'm not mistaken.
D'Lo said he was a kickboxer.
He didn't have no amateur background in boxing at all. I think his brother won a gold medal, right? Didn't Vladimir win a gold? Maybe I'm tripping. I thought Vladimir won a gold medal, though.
The only thing I knew about them is they showed up. Wait, Vitaly is the older one, right?
The one that fought Lennox Lewis and opened up the cut and shit.
The younger one is Dr. Steelhammer.
Yeah.
I can't remember the older brother nickname.
I can't remember either.
I know they reigned a long damn time. Too long for my taste.
Oh, you didn't like the Klitschko?
No, because at that time I was, I wanted stuff in America. But now, the way things is going, I'm like, I'm just happy with some good fights wherever they are, because America's so screwed up. Sidebar, MZ, did you know that Steve Kerr is out as coaches? What? No, I didn't know that he was not the coach of Golden State anymore. What happened?
Yeah, I saw that it could have been coming, but I didn't know it was official.
Have the Golden State, well, the dynasty probably pretty much is over. A lot of the guys, the team is pretty much split. They still got Draymond over there.
I saw a clip where he was telling Steph Curry and Draymond thank you and shit for everything. So it sounded like he might have been on his way out. We got Draymond still there. He just locked up somebody the other day. Who the fuck did Draymond lock up? I think he locked up Kawhi Leonard. He was on his motherfucking ass like white on rice. I'm talking about the man couldn't do nothing. They couldn't even barely even inbound the pass to the motherfucker. They couldn't pass him a chest pass. They couldn't pass bounce pass. They could not get this motherfucker the ball. And when he did get the ball, Draymond on his motherfucking ass. I'm talking about a great defensive performance. You know what I'm saying? He's still there. And he playing defense too.
Well, I can't feel too bad for Steve. He got him some championships under his belt as a coach. Got some as a player. Had pretty much a winning record as a coach. Shoot, at some point you move on, so he shouldn't be too sad.
Nah, hell no. He got the opportunity of a lifetime because really Mark Jackson should have got the opportunity to coach the team.
Put that team together.
Yeah. He the one that put, you know what I'm saying, had him rolling in the first place. And then Steve Kerr came along and, you know, I guess he took him to the next level or whatever. But he got a great opportunity. I think Mark Jackson is the one that folks should have felt sorry for.
I feel you. You see, I believe Vitaly got kicked out of boxing. I mean, out of the Olympics trials for doping.
Okay, but that still mean that he had an amateur background in boxing, though.
Right, and the brother won gold.
Yeah, I thought he did. Yeah,
he was not allowed to compete in the Olympics due to an adverse testing, if memory serves right. That's from Rod X let us know that he got kicked out the Olympics for trials for doping, and D'Lo just added the extra info about Vlad, however you say it, those names. Tilly Glisco, before his legendary boxing career, was a highly decorated. Okay, he was a kickboxer with a notable record of 34 wins, 22 by knockout, and 2 losses. He was a 6-time world champion he was a 6-time world kickboxing champion. Wow. To be that tall, I wouldn't. I wouldn't think.
Play soccer, nigga. You wouldn't think he looked like a soccer player.
Yeah, Akeem was a soccer player, so I guess I could take that because 6'10", running up and down a soccer field.
Yeah, that's wild.
But it played into his hands, played out well for him because it gave him great foot movement playing in that post.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm looking forward to those fights that's coming up. I really want to see. I hope I'm off. Oh, I will be home early enough because the new schedule will be kicked in by then. I'll be able to start seeing fights again. I'll get a chance to see Boots and Xander.
What time are you gonna be getting out?
My latest time is 3:30 in the afternoon.
I'm talking about in the future.
That's what I'm saying. My latest time, because I don't get off now until after 12 midnight. But my latest time in the future is I'll be getting off at 3. The latest is 3:30 in the afternoon. The earliest is 11:40. I got 2 days I'll be getting off at 11:40 because I go in at 3. I got 2 days I go in at 3. 2 days I go in at 4. 1 day I go in at 5.
Yeah.
And when I say go in, I have to be already in the bus pulling that mug out the yard at those times.
I see they talking about Teofimo Lopez might be next up for Lindolfo Delgado at 140 for the vacant title. He
getting another chance?
Yeah, that Lindolfo Delgado a pretty good fighter though. He over there with Robert Garcia, fight for top rank. He won gold at the Central American and Caribbean Games? Or it was either the Central American and Caribbean Games or the Pan American Games. I think it was the Central American and Caribbean Games though. But he a pretty decent guy. Hyphy say he think he really just ain't got it like that, but he a pretty decent guy though. He definitely gonna fight back. It ain't gonna be no walk in the park for Teofimo if they fight.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Teo getting another chance. I'm like,
they talking about Christian and Billy competing for a chance to fight against Canelo. Who the other guy they talking about? Let me see. They got talking about Christian and Billy. I mean, they put all these ads and shit on everything now. I can't even just read the shit.
What they say? Amateur boxing record: 195 wins, 80 knockouts, 15 losses, no knockouts. Look at Lala D popping in talking about good evening. How much did I miss? What's up, sis? What's going on?
We're going down. They talking about Hamza Saraz
Who he fighting?
as a potential candidate for a Canelo fight. They even talking about Jamal Charlo. I'll probably put my money on Charlo getting the fight because he's the most vulnerable. Because they were saying
Yeah, because he
Osley,
been missing for the longest.
because I done heard Hamza Saraz, I done heard Osley Iglesias, also Christian and Billy, like I said earlier. All of them are gonna fight hard. I think Charlo gonna fight hard too, but he
Well,
ain't
we
been that
think he
active.
will.
Yeah, he ain't been that active and all that kind of shit. These other guys been active. He'll probably go for the path of least resistance. And I think he'll probably take the Charlo fight.
Yeah. If I had to guess, I would think that too. Hamza Shiraz is hot right now.
And knocking motherfuckers out.
Any of those dangerous fighters, if Canelo sticks to what he usually sticks to, Charlo probably will be the one to get the phone call. He'll be the lottery winner.
Thing about Saraz, that's who I would like to see him fight. Cause I know Saraz gonna get on his ass. They got a common opponent and shit. They both had fought against who is that dude? The boy from Bolonga, Edgar Bolonga.
Edward Bolonga?
Yeah, he went 12 rounds with Pacquiao. Now Pacquiao did hit him with the lead left hook in the fourth round.
Not Pacquiao.
Not Pacquiao, but Canelo. Canelo hit him with the lead left hook from the orthodox stance and dropped him in the fourth round. And then this dude here, he get up, he finished the fight, they go 12. This motherfucker here fight against Hamza Saraz
got put down.
Got fucked up quick. How many rounds they go? Like 2?
Man, I thought it was 3. He got beat up so bad his wife started saying he cheated.
Yeah, it was bad, man.
Check his hands reps.
Yeah, that common opponent is a very powerful tool to look at in boxing. And that's a stark contrast where motherfucker go 12 rounds with this guy and he only go 2-3 rounds with this other guy.
Dare I say, I think Shiraz could knock out Canelo.
It's going to be hard to knock him out, though, because he got that chin. And like Crawford was talking about this shit, too. They actually got some scientific, with some research-based evidence that it might be true. But he was saying, like, redheads have a higher pain tolerance than other people. And they say that, like, anesthesiologists, they say that you got to give a redhead 20% more anesthesia than you do the normal person to put them out and shit. So the motherfucker just built Ford tough like that. And I done seen Canelo take some shots. I done seen him get hurt early in his career, but since then I done seen him take shots from people like Triple G. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be hard to knock the motherfucker out. But I will say it's not out of the realm of possibility though. Because Hamza Saraz is punching like that. This is orthodox versus orthodox. You know what I'm saying? So he can line that right hand up. He can hurt you with both hands too. Plus he punching down on the motherfucker.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he got some length and height, so he adding to it because he punching down with gravity.
Yeah, he got that frame. He got the Hitman Hearns frame where it's slender, and he got that kinetic chain flexibility where he can get that power on your motherfucking ass like a Vernon Forrest. Wind that shit up and snap it on your motherfucking ass and hurt you real bad. So I wouldn't be just too surprised, but I would be a little bit surprised though. Canelo is tough. He a redhead. He got a good chin. He got that body too, where he kind of barrel chested. He got the short neck. He got the wide shoulders. It's hard to knock folks out like that. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't put it past Shiraz altogether though.
I feel you. Rod X said kickboxers do have to work on their legs, so I see how a kickboxer can make a good boxer.
Yeah.
It was something I was gonna say, and it just poofed out my mind just like that. Oh, the uppercut thing that y'all was saying, you know, that y'all was showing the uppercuts. You know who they didn't have in there that I think throw some nice uppercuts, some pretty solid uppercut. Janabek.
I'm gonna tell you my favorite uppercutting fighter of all time, and that's Brandon Rios. I don't think he get the credit he deserved for his uppercuts. That motherfucker, when he got it working, Like when he had fought against that Mike Alvarado motherfucker, they fought like 3 times. When he fought they fought the 3rd time. That's the best I ever seen Brandon Rios look. Robert Garcia said, man, he been working hard, he been listening, he been dedicated, he been disciplined, like everything he been doing right in training camp. And he went in there and put together a motherfucking performance for the ages. But he always had a consistent uppercut game. He was an inside fighter, and he had some of the best uppercuts. Now, I'm not gonna say they was powerful uppercuts where he hit you one uppercut and knock you the fuck out. It wasn't like that. But he would put them together in combinations and just be fitting these uppercuts in there in these tight spaces. You know what I'm saying? I think he is the most underrated uppercut motherfucker in the history of boxing. Brandon Rios.
Huh. Speaking of redheads, yeah, they tend to be hard boiled coming from D-Lo.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't gonna even put it. Yeah, I just want to see Canelo get dropped. The same way people like to want to see other fighters get dropped. I put mine out there. Yeah, I want to see him get dropped.
Yeah.
He did everything he can do. I actually thought after the Crawford fight that he might leave it alone. His career has been plentiful. You know, he got pretty much everything you can ask for except he even became undisputed.
I think the guy that probably had the best chance to stop him might be Osleys Iglesias. Because he's just knocking motherfuckers out. He's knocking out Iron Men and he's knocking out folks with deep amateur backgrounds. That's what's tripping me out about him. Sarasa have a decent chance. His best fight will probably, if it ain't Charlo, it'll be in Billy. Because in Billy is one-dimensional. And he fight the same way every single fight. Like if you see one in Billy fight, you've seen them all.
Yeah, he just come forward.
Yep, and like D-Lo say, if he do something and it ain't working, he don't go to plan B, he just do plan A harder. He just go harder at what he was already doing. And I think that might play into Canelo hands because I think he's more sophisticated as a fighter. Now, on the downside, Christian Billy is very hungry. And he fights with a hungry, fast-paced style that might be hard for older fighters. You in your mid-30s, this guy's going to come with a style that's going to make you very uncomfortable. If you get drawn into his type of fight and you're not sophisticated enough to slow the fight down, like Mayweather used to do, he get in there with them folks that throw 80 punches around, he make them throw 40 punches around. If you ain't sophisticated enough to break your opponent's punch count in half, like Mayweather used to do, and Billy going to be tough because he going to jump on you, he going to the body, he going to the head, he's strong. And he, like I said, he hungry. He young too. He like 29, maybe 30 by now. But he about 28, 29, somewhere off in there. He got an amateur background. He was an Olympian. He a 4 on my scale. He gonna come fight like a motherfucker. But I think that Canelo might be a little bit too sophisticated for him overall. But that'll be a dog fight though. I don't think Canelo got very many easy options because even Charlo gonna fight. You know, so I think he'll fight more than Jamel. That's just my opinion. I think he got a little bit more gumption about himself than Jamel. I know he got the dog shit slapped out of him by Canelo.
Caleb Plant.
Yeah, I know that shit. But in the ring, I think he'll fight harder than Jamel. He ain't got nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll fight harder. But I don't think Canelo got very many easy options.
Well, by way of paper, looking at everybody on paper, Charlo would be the best, seeing that he's been out. What, 3-4 years? It seemed like 3 or 4 years for sure. If it's shorter, it would be hard to believe. Okay, I say 2.5, 2, 3. He been out longer than the little brother, right?
He went on a long layoff. I think he came back and fought Cornflake Lamana maybe a year ago. I ain't looked at his box work in a long time, but I think he fought Cornflake about a year ago. Maybe not even a year ago.
Okay. D-Lo said he will not be fighting Iglesias.
Nah, I don't think he want that.
That will not be happening.
Yeah, he knocking motherfuckers out, man. I respect Iglesias. I ain't gonna cap. That motherfucker can fight. That motherfucker Hyphy picked a good one.
Oh, Slade.
I wonder where that motherfucker Hyphy at. We ain't seen his ass in a couple.
I reached out to him a couple of days ago. He said it. He said he been doing all right. He said he was listening to us the other day. He was saying I forget what he said, some caking or something. You know how he is. He be trolling even when he don't have to troll. It's just in him. But he doing all right. I did reach out to him because I asked him, everything going good. And so he hit me back and let me know he was doing good. I check on him every once in a while. He said Mayweather was the king of taking the air out the ball, catching him with those quick jabs to the body, getting in close when they in close quarters, trying to wrap up. He'll stick something in there real quick, stab him a few times. Next thing you know, they just slowed down, or catch him with a nice counter a few times, and then they be like, okay, I don't want to keep getting caught with these counters. He might not hit hard, but he hit hard enough to make me think about it.
Yeah, show him different looks and shit. They get in close, tie the motherfucker up so he can breathe. All kind of shit, man. He's just so sophisticated in there. But yeah, Canelo can't do that, man. And Billy gonna be tough.
Lala says Maul is too mentally weak for his kid wife situation, and he made the mistake of making it be known. They'll use that against him hours before the fight, and we won't know about it.
That motherfucker body don't look the same either, man.
Probably being out going through whatever outside problems, and probably not hitting the gym as regular. Eating, we still have to question: do they drink? Do they still drink? Do they still live that extra? Do they extra stuff outside the ring? All those questions will be floating around. But D-Lo agrees with you. He said if Maul makes it to the ring, he will fight hard. He is going to fight hard.
Yeah, I think he'll fight harder than Jamel, man. I think he's gonna come out on a jab and shit. He gonna fight pretty much like the way he fight every time we see him fight. I don't see a lot of variation in the way he fight. He gonna step to you behind the jab. He gonna put that straight right hand on you. Try to hit you with the counter left hook when he can. I think he just gonna fight like he fight. It might not be enough, but he gonna fight back though. He ain't gonna just get on his bicycle and run like Jamel did.
And then again, I guess try to if he makes it to the ring, if he's chosen, let's get to that. If he's chosen to win the lottery, and he comes out and he fights hard, it could pose a problem for old Nello. If he who is his coach?
Oh, you talking about Ronnie Shield?
That's still his coach?
I think so.
If he come out and you stay behind that jackhammer jab and use it, if he have to, what he would have to do is draw a line in the real estate of the ring and make it where if Canelo crosses, you got to pay for crossing that line. But he can't be on the retreat the whole fight, letting Canelo just walk him down. And he most definitely just can't stand there and let Canelo get the setup and throw punches. The key to beating Canelo is making him move. That, to me, is the biggest key. Making him move and hitting him to let him know that you're not afraid. Even if you have to slip in some punches when he punches. When he cocked that arm back, you slip a straight up in there and punch him in his face to make him think about it. That's the way to beat him.
So you think Jamal can beat him?
Going off of the belief that you guys feel like he'll come in and fight hard. And his fighting hard is fighting behind the jab, throwing the hook. But I don't know if he'll hold up when the punches come when you know how. I don't know what it is about the fighters that have let Canelo win. Well, I won't say let him win, that he is beat. For some reason, they stand up and they put that high guard up as if that's enough to protect. And they let him tee off on them 3-4 punches without answering. If he languishes and let that happen, he most definitely will lose. But if he don't be afraid to let punches go and sometimes punch with Canelo, he have a better chance to pull off a point. Well, I won't say a point victory because Canelo will already be up by 3. So he have a steep hill to climb to pull off a win. He'll have to be very busy, and I
He
don't know if he
dedicated.
got that in him.
He
I
got
don't
to
know.
be dedicated and locked in to beat the man, I think. Especially to go against all this inactivity that he been having. And like I said, his body look different now. He don't look like a tank no more. Like if man, I'm telling you, I honestly think it was some shit going on behind the scenes with them Charlos. Also, Earl Spence too. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm just gonna keep it real.
You think they might have been a little dirty, a little
Hell
tanky?
yeah, because I'm the reason I say that is because HBO used to do those storyline career videos back in the day. And do you remember what the Charlos looked like when they first turned pro?
They was kind of little.
When they had the braids, their bodies looked normal. It looked like it didn't look like nothing special. And they were smiling and shit. Like they were trying to come across as like some good kids or something almost. Then all of a sudden, their body transformed into some other shit. Jamal Charlo was one of the most imposing 154 pounders I ever seen. Like when he fought against J-Rob. And then their attitudes changed. They went from being the smiling kids to the roid rage looking motherfuckers, just always mad and always intense and just all of this, just you know what I'm saying, crazy shit that they was on. I just saw all that shit happen at the same time. And I say Earl too, because I remember when I first saw Earl, he got interviewed by Ellie Seckback. And I was looking at the guy, and that made me research him a little bit. And I started looking at his fights, and I was like, okay, this guy, he's like a damn good fighter. I'm gonna follow this guy. Then all of a sudden, I remember one day he was getting ready to fight on a PBC fight card. I want to say maybe against Chris Van Heerden, one of them guys off in that range of fights that he had, and he was hitting on the heavy bag. And everybody in the comments was like, God damn, like, have you ever seen a more ripped fighter than you're looking at right now? I'm talking about this dude body fat percentage looked like it was fucking 1% or some shit. I ain't never seen nobody cut up the way I seen this dude when he was hitting on this bag. And I was like, damn, how do you go from looking the way he was looking when he was interviewed by Ellie Seckback to looking like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this what hard work gets you?
Hard work and dedication.
Your jeans look different now. Like, nigga, you got muscles on top of muscles on top of muscles with very little body fat. And you wasn't looking like that before. So when I see that, that's just gonna make me kind of suspicious. And I have been suspicious ever since I seen that shit. And that's with him and them damn Charlo brothers.
And how old were they when we first laid eyes on them? They were youngsters, right?
Yeah, about 21, 20, somewhere off in there, maybe 22.
Weight and muscle mass probably could pick up around that time. You know, that's when they started using he coming into his man strength. That was the first time I started hearing that, and they started using that a lot.
I don't know, bro. I mean, you might be right, I guess, but they bodies transformed. I know that.
And I would just, hanging on that and say, by them turning 21, 22, they coming into that age, they already working in the gym and doing whatever. It's possible that their bodies could have puffed up like that. Lala D say a popular thing on TikTok. People show a stranger they're attracted to and ask us to find that person. A woman showed us Jamal. She didn't know who he is. And she wrote, he's fine. Find him for me.
Okay. You already know somebody salted him there. He also an alcoholic, and the motherfucker is mentally off balance, and he let a white boy slap the dog shit out of him one day and didn't get to get back and all kind of shit.
That wasn't no regular one. Let me not throw that out there because I'll get jumped in the heartbeat. Lala say, remember Andre said that about them? He pissed all the Texans off. I actually apologize for Andre.
Nah, she ain't got to apologize. That's what he sees. Shit.
That's how he felt. That's how he felt.
Yeah.
Dang.
She be wanting to keep the solidarity of the community and shit, but it is what it is, man. That's what that man saw, and that's what I saw. I wonder if they still got them videos up, them HBO storyline career videos, where they would show like the beginning of people careers and shit. They probably still got it
If
up.
they on YouTube, they should be still on there unless something happened where somebody wanted them scrubbed.
Yeah, I think these were by HBO, so they should still be up. It shouldn't be no copyright issues and nothing like that. But you'll see what I'm talking about, though. I'm talking about when they had the braids. They look like mere mortals. Then all of a sudden, the motherfucker looked like Hercules or some shit off in there out of nowhere. I'm talking about cut up, low body fat percentage.
She said, Andre said, quote, them Texas boys are on something.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, man.
That would be just terrible.
Hey, man, when there's money involved, there's always going to be somebody trying to get an edge.
It's a phrase that I hate. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That comes from baseball.
I hate that statement.
That's a sport where folks trying to get an edge. Anytime there's money involved, I'm telling you, people are going to try to get an edge some kind of way.
Dang. Well, it is what it is. Nobody proved it against them, so they pretty much went through the rotating door unscathed as far as what you call it, a dirty test pop off, a hot test. None of them pop dirty, so I guess we can't say nothing. Because I remember people I do remember when they was talking about Earl's nipples, talking about here that's steroid use. Look how his nipples is, and I defended him because I said I had a cousin Lee who started lifting weights, and for whatever reason, he didn't develop his chest fully, and he had the nipple thing.
Yeah, I mean that might have been part of it, but I was just looking at the comparison from when I saw him at one point to where he got to, and I'm just like, damn, this motherfucker looked like he ain't got no fat on his body. It just didn't look normal to me. I'm just like, man, this shit is crazy. But I'm gonna put if I was to have to bet my money or I take my best guess, I'm gonna say that there was something involved. That's what I would go say.
I feel you.
Allegedly, or so whatever I got to say to get the heat off my motherfucking ass, because I don't know for sure. But if I was to take a guess, that would be my guess.
Yeah, you just have to put allegedly in there. You know, allegedly, this happened. I'm not saying it to mess up nobody's character. The dude that made this is off point. The man that made the Lion King song, right?
Yeah.
He's suing the comedian. That's the craziest thing ever, because he said the man was making fun and it was messing him up because he said that the song really saying, hey, there's a lion and something else. But then there's another article where somebody else was talking about, hey, there's a lion. And pretty much the same thing. So I'm like, you didn't get mad about them, but you get mad about that. But if that's what the translation is, that's what it is, right?
I think it was like some more nuance or something. Like he was doing a literal translation, but it's supposed to be some implied shit in the words too. And he didn't properly say it right.
But he African, so I would think that, you know, if he gonna say it, he gonna say it like it's supposed to be said. Now, you can't translate something and say, well, I meant for it to mean this. If you meant for it to mean that, and this can't translate that way, then you should use different words.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even really give a damn.
Lala say
them Africans don't be showing us no love, nigga. I'm not a good member of the diaspora or whatever the fuck I'm supposed to say. Shit.
Diaspora, you say.
Yeah, I'm rocking with my FBA brothers and sisters, man, all day long. I don't give a fuck what they do over there.
That's what Trey say. I ain't a good member.
I don't give a shit. That's why I say, man, I love my Black American women and shit. I ain't say the African women. I don't give a damn about that shit. I
don't
love
know
my Black
them, so.
American women. I love my Black American brothers. We done got a lot of heat and a lot of bullshit from them Africans over there. And I hate that. I hate that I done seen all that shit too to shape my thinking. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hate that shit. Sometimes I might see something, and like let's say a person going through something, and my natural instinct would be to have compassion. And then I think, well, you know, them motherfuckers don't even like black people. So now
I can't be mad at you. I can't be mad at you because if Big E was here, he'd tell you I do the same thing. I go through this mental militant point sometimes where nobody's safe if they're not black. I just be mad at everybody. I can't even tell you why. I see something that I say that's fucked up. Next thing you know, whatever group it is, all of them get it. All of them.
I hate that it's like that though, man, because I would rather have love for everybody. All my black brothers and sisters, no matter where they're from, in the Caribbean, South America, Africa, wherever it is, but we just don't get that love.
Yeah, they make it that way because they shoot slugs at us. We ignorant. Y'all don't know who y'all are, this and that. Y'all don't even know who we are.
Yeah, y'all lazy. Y'all ain't got no culture. Y'all this, y'all that. You niggas get tired of hearing that bullshit.
And when America is our culture.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's the thing that's messed up. They so smart that they don't even really look at it and say, well, you know, everything that America does is what the black people there do. Because I'm just an American. I hate the African American tag. Yeah. Lala say she defended the big nipple Earl too. Dang. Yeah, she said, well, no, I didn't hear what Charleston White said about the Chinese, but it's probably something crazy. The man be saying some off the wall stuff, and every once in a while he'll throw a curveball that actually makes sense.
I actually heard him make sense a lot, but he mix in a lot of bullshit with it.
That's what I mean. You know, he does have some valid points, but then he'll go off. He'll be making a great point and then go all the way left with it. And I'm like, dude, you messed up something great. You was doing such a good job until you threw the extra shit in.
But I actually like Charleston White, and the reason that I like him is because he one of the rare people on social media that actually got a talent. No matter how you feel about him, this man is interesting to listen to for like how many years he been relevant? It's been what?
At least 7 or 8 now.
And he still got the same energy when you listen to him. It is not fading. He is still interesting to listen to. Because he just got the gift of gab. That motherfucking talk. He got some intelligence when he want to use it. He can articulate shit and push it in perspective like a lot of people can't. He is naturally funny. Can't take that away from him. The motherfucker's funny as fuck to me.
Hilarious.
And he useful for a lot of people. Like this no snitching culture. I don't like that shit. So you mean to tell me can't nobody be snitched on? So like I done heard stories where niggas was talking about how it would be Chester the molesters in the hood and shit. Niggas that was trying to take down little boys. But can't nobody tell on this nigga because it's snitching. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm being told so fast, your head is spin.
Well, shit, they not telling it. And then, like, I come from a family, like, I got uncles and shit that was doing 30 years in prison. I got uncles and shit that I ain't meet until I was in my 30s. And they would tell me it's a difference between snitching and straightening. And that's what Charleston White preaches. Like, if you listen to the streets, let's say I'm in a car with a nigga and the police pull us over and the nigga throw some dope underneath my seat.
Oh, no, that's his dope.
No, I'm supposed to take the charge and go to jail. I'm supposed to go to prison for this. I ain't supposed to snitch on this nigga. I ain't supposed to say nothing. I'm supposed to just take the charge. But shit, my family taught me, nigga, fuck that. You tell them motherfucking police what the deal is, and that ain't snitching, that's straightening. And that's what Charleston White be preaching. Fuck that snitching shit, nigga. This is straightening. You ain't got to take no charge for no nigga. And
Let
if a
me-
nigga throws something under your seat, he ain't your friend in the first place. But these niggas don't see it like that.
Nope. They go to jail and be like, yeah, me and when I get out, me and my boy gonna hang. We are not boys. You just sent me to the pen.
Yeah.
You stupid. Straight up. She said he attacked he attacked Jackie Chan for not leaving his money to his family when he dies. Then he said only a stupid Chinese mother would do that. I don't like none of them. Well, I have heard not just Chinese people or Jackie Chan representing China. I've heard I can't think of one race that I haven't heard one of those rich people say that they're not leaving their family their money because their family is off the chain stupid or don't respect what's going on. I've heard many rich people say that they're not leaving their money to their family because their family just don't deserve it. And I can understand that, especially if you're one of those people who try to have a bridge with your family and try to make sure that everybody's doing good. And the more you do for them, the more they burn it up with no afterthought. They just think that it's supposed to, they have that, that entitlement. Oh, you did it. When you die, I should automatically get this. And those the people that don't learn no lesson. That's almost like a Donald Trump. I should just get this. Your daddy gave you a small loan. You didn't have to work hard for them. Somebody just gave you a start, and there you go.
I don't know his story, but I know overall, a lot of the time when people be getting them millions of dollars, that shit is a loan. Them Caucasians is gonna get their money back some kind of motherfucking way. If you an athlete or something, you a star black athlete, go get you a white woman. This money need to flow back to them some kind of way. If you Michael Jackson, nigga, go adopt some white kids, nigga. Blanket and all them motherfuckers. So when you die, we can shift this money back to these folks, man. That should be a loan when I be seeing that shit, man. Because they gonna come back and get it some kind of way.
Some kind of way.
They gonna get it through a relationship, or they gonna jam your ass up some kind of way. But they gonna get that money. Yeah, they gonna get at least some of that money coming back.
OJ. Well, OJ not a good example.
There it is, nigga. OJ, one of them.
Bill Cosby,
all the motherfuckers. Yeah.
They got mad at Mike because he outsmarted them.
Yeah. Buying them catalogs and all that shit.
Messed around. Paul McCartney told him how much it was. He went and bought the Beatles shit.
Yeah, they gonna get their bread back though. By hook or by crook, niggas coming back.
Yeah. And it's always, if you notice, the pattern is always that black man or that black woman is deemed crazy, drugged out, or something like that. Dave Chappelle told it great when he was doing his comedy. He was like, they told him by the time you get back, they're gonna think you on drugs and you crazy. Now let's just go through our mind. How many people they did that? I can name 3 right off the top: Dave Chappelle, Martin Lawrence, and
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill. There's one more. I'm trying to think of his name. He ended up being a security guard. What you talking about, Willis? Arnold. Damn, what's that guy? That man's name? The little guy.
Are you talking about Webster?
No, not Webster. Webster is the other kid. The guy that played in Different Strokes. He used to always say, "What you talking about, Willis?"
I know the one that went off on the women on that interview and shit. That shit was funny as hell.
Yeah, but him and Martin traveled the same path, out in the street with a gun, talking about they trying to kill him. They both went through that same exact ordeal. Gary Coleman. Thanks, Lala. Gary Coleman. So I've seen that. I've seen that roll out a few times with athletes, stars. I just say stars. Now I won't just put it to athletes. Stars that had made money. All of a sudden, they seemed like they weren't going with the machine. Then all of a sudden, they was crazy.
Yeah.
Or on drugs. and the public so ready and willing to accept that, till they don't even look at what be happening and going on. Like I said, because apparently Jackie Chan said his family doesn't appreciate nothing. Charleston White says so he thinks some strangers are going to appreciate it. They didn't work for it. The family didn't work for it either, though. So I understand what Jackie's saying. You know, if I'm busting my hump for you, and every time I look up, I give you something. I look around. You didn't let Michael drive it and tear it up, or you didn't let all kind of people in your house and or they stealing stuff from you. And for you, it's easy come, easy go because my daddy always gets some more. So if he leaving with nothing, it's their fault. It is literally their fault. You got a chance to change your way in front of the man who has it all before he leaves. Change his mind. Start appreciating. But you know, that's like talking to the choir because so many families go through that. He could have put it in some kind of trust where it is distributed at certain increments throughout their lives, where they can't overspend or you know what I mean, where it's gonna pump out just enough for your bills and stuff to get taken care of, not for you. It's gonna keep your house, keep your lights and stuff going, but you got to go out and earn food. You got to go out and earn gas and money, stuff like that.
Yeah, square business.
But if you so sorry that you make the person that's capable of leaving generational wealth to you, if you are so incapable of understanding and just doing the things that he or she asks you to do, then you're just stupid. Your entitlement screwed you off. That's what I get out of it. I can see Charleston White making his argument, but then I can also see the argument of the person who earned the money. Because the same way he said you think strangers are gonna understand, do you think they're gonna listen to you? When they the ones that went in, worked hard, sacrificed, went through whatever kind of things they had to go through in order to make that money, do you think they're gonna listen to you on how they should distribute
it? Yeah. Oh yeah, I just saw what D-Lo was talking about with that adverse finding for Lawrence Okoli, and that fight has been completely canceled.
Oh dang.
Yeah, you're right about that shit.
He probably had some weed.
I like that Richardson Hitchens is moving up to 147. I think that's a good step. Let these motherfuckers start moving up to some more natural and comfortable weights instead of killing themselves staying at these weight classes. And when they got big big name people like Boots Ennis that moved up, Virgil Ortiz that moved up, they got these smaller guys feeling a little bit more comfortable to move up too. And then at 154, the other big guys that moved up, you ain't got them big huge motherfuckers except for Fundora. He the one that's remaining. But all them other big guys that moved up. So you got people that's moving to more comfortable weight classes now. I hope we see that across all of boxing.
And he only big because he tall.
Everybody needs to start moving to the real weight classes.
Probably had less injury.
Oh yeah.
Better fights.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just
boxing probably pop all the way off. Good then.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the fighters will be healthier. They'll be happier. Better training camps, and I think that's going to equal better fights. I just think it's just a lot of positive shit for fighters moving up to the real weight classes.
But we've been saying that for some years. If they just fight in their own weight class, you can have some better results. You won't have somebody standing at a damn weigh-in and passing out in the back.
But I think 154 was the weight class that really had everything jammed up the most. Because that's the one, I always say, the jump from 47 to 54 is the biggest jump in all of boxing. You can go from fighting Danny Garcia at 47 to this motherfucker 5'8" to fighting Fundora, or fighting Jared Hurd, or fighting Andrade. are fighting Jamal Charlo. All of these 6 foot motherfuckers, 6 foot 176-inch reach. That's the kind of shit you go against when you go from 47 to 54 for a long time. But now the 54s, they kind of shrinking again. They coming back to more normal sizes. And I think that's making guys more comfortable to move up. And since guys going from 47 to 54, that's making the 40 pounders feel comfortable to go up to 47 now. You know what I'm saying?
You dodged the weight bully by being a weight bully.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what was happening. You supposed to be 160 pounder or 168 pounder. You found a way to squeeze down to 154. You down there beating the hell out the little dudes.
Because you have to, because that's what everybody around you doing. Everybody is squeezing down. That's why I give credit to Dwight Muhammad Cowie. He was a little guy. He fighting them big motherfuckers that cruiserweight. He fighting Holyfield and them. He going to the heavyweight. I think he fought George Foreman and a few motherfuckers. He was fighting big dudes as a little guy. I give a lot of credit to Montel Griffin. This motherfucker was 5'7", and he fighting folks at 175 and shit. Fighting Roy Jones and fighting James Toney and all these people. They was a lot bigger than him. I think he was fighting them at like 168 or something. I can't remember exactly, but I know that he 5'7", and he was fighting guys that was way bigger than him. That is not the norm in boxing. Most people ain't got the skills to even do that shit. So they got to squeeze down to the small weight class so they can be competitive with the other people that are squeezing down. But these guys were good enough where they was fighting them big motherfuckers anyway and winning fights. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad we're seeing some more natural movement with the weight and shit, man, and I hope it continues.
Shoot. It should. But, you know, you never know. You look up in some kind of way, it end up changing again. Somebody just signed. Who else was it that went to Zupa? I saw another signing.
You talking about Jao Batai?
Did he go to Zupa?
Yeah.
They started to get it.
Some people talking about he did that to Duck Benavidez.
I don't know, but they started to get an influx of fighters to come over there.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing to lure them, but whatever it is, it seems to be working. We'll see if the migration grows, though.
I got to give them credit, though, because they definitely put together a fight of the year candidate so far with that Raza Abu Tayyab versus that dude from where you from? That motherfucker that got he got beat by Virgil Ortiz, but it was close. He also got stopped by Brandon the Cannon Adams, and then he got beat by Adams in the rematch. Dude name, what the fuck is that dude name, man? The dude that beat that fought Virgil Ortiz and lost. It was a close fight. Some people felt like the guy even won, but I don't think he did. The dude that got beat by Brandon the Cannon Adams, the Eastern European. Let me look in the chat because I know one of my niggas and gave me the name, man.
Ain't no name popped up yet. The last name came on there is Gary Coleman.
I know somebody got me, man. Y'all hold it down. What's that dude's name, man?
Man, I've been wanting to eat that honey bun all day.
That's a damn shame.
What?
That I can't think of this dude's name, and ain't nobody gave me the name in the chat. The Eastern European motherfucker. He a hard puncher. He went the distance with the dude that knocked out Fedor. And he just followed this dude around the ring and just beat the hell out of him all day long. And now he done went up to 160, and he had a fight against Raza Abu Tayyab, and it was a fight of the year candidate on Zuffa.
Let me see.
I keep on thinking Stan Jonas for some reason, but it ain't no fucking
he ain't. It wasn't him.
What the fuck is his name, man? I can't never think of his name.
And it's gonna be a name that you always say.
Oh, fuck it, man. Shit, I'm about to go ahead and get off. My shit about to go dead anyway. That shit done pissed me off. I can't think of the name. Ain't nobody gave me the name in the chat. Hold on, I'm gonna go look up this name real quick before I go. I am gonna jump out because I got to let my phone charge and give me something to eat.
What you getting some healthy stuff?
Huh?
What you gonna get some healthy?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some warm up some of this soup that I made.
What kind?
I got some lentil, I got some quinoa, I got some vegetables, some spinach and some other shit, not cauliflower, but Brussels sprouts and all kind of shit.
Oh, you like Brussels sprout?
Yeah.
Man, Brussels sprout goes so hard, especially with garlic butter.
Serhi Boachuk is the guy I'm talking about. So Serhi Boachuk.
And you say his name a lot.
Yeah, him and Butayev was one of the best fights of the year so far. And they put that together on Zuffa. So the matchmakers did an incredible job.
What else you said was in that soup?
I said I got some lentils, I got some quinoa, I got some spinach.
What's quinoa?
Quinoa is a grain, kind of like rice, but it got less carbs in it.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes up flavor, whatever kind of season or whatever you put up in it, take up that flavor pretty good. But if you put it with the lentils, it make a complete protein. So you really don't have to have no meat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I was listening and I was like, I wasn't hearing no meat.
Yeah. Sometimes I will make some meat, but instead of having quinoa and lentils, I have ground chicken with black beans.
Ooh, black beans is good. I like black beans, bro.
Yeah, but right now I'm trying to cut a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I told you I had to quit the alcohol. I had gained some weight and shit, so I'm trying to cut right now. So I'm on the lentils and the quinoa.
I don't know if I'm saying the name right. 10 bean or 15 bean. I think it's 10 bean soup. Have you tried that yet?
No, I don't even know what that is.
The name speaks for itself. It's black bean, red bean, beans. Bunch of beans in there. Oh, but you ain't messing with the meat because you throw a ham hock, a neck bone, ham hock, one of those two. But it'd be good. My mother-in-law be making it. I'll be going. It's not soupy. It's kind of like got a thick broth to it. Oh man, it is good, bro. It is delicious. Or as my oldest daughter would say, it is delish.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm about to go ahead and jump off, man, and go get me something. Shit, I'm over here starving like Marvin Gaye and Luther Vandross. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you letting me get on the panel, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all coming through. Support OG. You already know. Hopefully, I'll be here next time. If I'm not here next time, y'all already know I'm somewhere playing some poker.
Taking somebody money.
Damn sure trying my best to, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I appreciate you, man. Hopefully, I'll be here next time. If not, I'll be listening, you know what I'm saying? But salute to everybody. See y'all in the Discord. Y'all already know. And y'all check for the fights and shit coming up. Y'all root for us with the Linear Perro versus Big Baby Miller fight. We all rooting for Perro, goddamn.
Yeah, I was gonna say I ain't going for Big Baby.
Yeah, we're going for Perro. But I'm in the chat listening, man, while I warm my food up.
All right.
Yeah.
See, we didn't touch everything except that I'm still wondering if Alicia Baumgartner with her talking that noise about Caroline Dubois, which is slowly starting to turn into. I like Caroline right out the gate anyway, but she is slowly turning into. I think Caroline gonna be all right. I think she's gonna be all right. Her and Clarissa, I think they kind of sit in the same kind of boat. I love Clarissa. I love the fact that she does what she do. She talk her noise. She kick butt. And the only thing people can hate on her is because of outside noise. Everything else is grand, gravy, beautiful. It's been raining in San Antonio for the last four days. It rained through the day. I want to ask y'all something. So people be walking down the sidewalk. It's raining. They already wet, right? I'm not, let me go and put this out there right now. I'm not the one that does it. I don't ride past and see the puddle and hit the puddle on purpose and wet people up. I try to slow down or dodge the puddle because I just wouldn't want nobody to do that to me. But there's some people that's on that I work with that look like that they be like trying to run through the puddle and splash the water all on these people, get them all soaking wet. So I find myself laughing at them when they end up hitting the brakes on their bus, sliding. One of my classmates hit a pole with a big ass bus. You doing 40. It's raining. They already told you got 41,000 pounds that you trying to stop out of nowhere on slick concrete, wet, cars dripping oil, all kind of stuff, make the situation bad. You ran to a pole. So now you got to show up at work after your drug test. You got to show up at work. You don't get to drive a bus no more. You just got to sit, which ain't bad. You just got to sit inside this building and they make you like put bus schedules in order. He said, I'm about 7 minutes behind, but I'm still in it. Griffin, what a career. Like, yeah, you are behind, D-Lo. You so behind and we getting close to the music section, which I know usually Lala D said, I don't like that music. But then again, she said, MT got bars. And then again, I just miss her way. How y'all doing, everybody? I got to mess with you because you mess with me. Anyway, y'all hit me up with something because I done talked about the main things that I wanted to talk about, and that was peace and blessings to my girl, to y'all girl, whoever girl, the Terminator who lost to the Smiling Assassin. Smiling Assassin came in and did what she did. I don't know if, like I said, I told Trey I didn't know. I seen where she said she had some bleeding in the brain. My question was, because Trey said he pretty much hadn't heard bleed in the brain from women boxing, because the punches, concussive power isn't there like that. But I'm wondering if that overhand right that Lonnie Daniels caught Shadasia Green with was the start of that. Not to mention she did go through some extra punching before the referee called it off. The bell rang, which was able to send her to the corner. But yeah, it's a dangerous situation. But I'm just wondering, was what Lonnie Daniels unleashed on her what it was? You got to remember, Shadasia, like Trey helped me to remember. Shadasia started late as a boxer because she was a basketball player, and then crossed over in the sport. But I hope she's doing all right. Y'all leave Clarissa alone. Y'all give me a second because I got to make a run. But I got 2 bangers for y'all. Then we out. Peace, love, and soul, as Don Cornelius used to say. No, not that one. Oh, have anybody watched Bullchuck? What's the name you were looking for? Yeah, Trey gone already. See, that's how far you behind. But has anybody watched the movie Him? I watched the movie Him, Marlon Wayans, when he's the football player, the football star. Directed by Jordan Peele. It's a weird movie as far as what happens in the movie, but it gives me an idea that they pretty much trying to say, to be this star athlete, you have to sell your soul. They got metaphors in there. It's almost as if they have taken the life force from great football players. Marlon Wayans infusing himself with blood in there from, the way he makes it seem is like from football players from before him, or the GOAT before him and the GOAT before that GOAT, and things like that. He makes a statement to the young man that they were talking. He tried to make a bet with him that if he win, he'll give him whatever he want. But if he lose, he was going to take his youth. If you haven't watched the movie, I say give it a chance. Come back and let me know what you guys think about it. I kind of enjoyed it. I watched it twice. I watched it last night, but other stuff was on my mind, so I really wasn't paying attention 100%. So I watched it again today, so I can get the full gist of it. I think it's a good movie. What I will say is, Marlon Wayans, he showed a different side of his acting chops. He was actually serious in the movie. The way he acted, the borderline insanity that he carried, the intensity that he carried in this movie was good. He showed good acting, kind of like the way Jamie Foxx did when he surprised me when he did Ray Charles. He did such a good with Ray Charles that it's almost hard for me to see him in other movies because I expect him to give me that same energy, that same acting chop skills. You know, that man, this dude can act. And I kind of got that from Marlon. You guys let me know what y'all think about it and how he did. And with that piece, let me go ahead. What the hell was that? Let me go ahead and hit y'all with a couple of things that we working on. And tell me what y'all think.
I run the last leg, hand me the stick, and I'm out this bitch. You got a lot of money, but I ain't never seen you couch a bitch. I'm looking in her eyes, and I absolutely doubt the bitch. I'll lay her life down for you, cause nigga, you a counterfeit. Y'all get that stepped on, we provide the straight drop. Dump the whole cookie out. Don't forget to scrape the pot. Chopping up chunks, shit look like a gravel road. Moving so fast, it ain't even gonna matter, bro. Pockets on swole, bump in the trunk. Thick yellow bitch like an all-day brunch. Only roll the hard top cause niggas be sniping. Taking your life, ain't nobody fighting.
Code name Barney Rubble, sold plenty Flintstones, always had plenty stock, scooping up the bedrock, fuck with them bad hoes, deep throat no joke. Always with me chillin', but they always brag no choke. Hover over headstones, bid my haters good night. Something that I won't do is bring a knife to a gunfight. Let me help you understand, I always get my get back. Even if it takes a whole year, I'm gonna get that. Petty's what they call me, so petty's what I am, bro. Catch you in the club and leave you leaking on the dance floor. Catch you with your broad and leave you leaking in the arms. So when you see me coming, you know what it is that I'm there for. Quick question. Or should I say, quick story. You know how you have family members to families. This is out to those family members who aren't like, you know, black, they are other colors, you know, other ethnicities. You know you're a part of the family when somebody say, these Negroes as a whole. You made it.
We smooth with that. Niggas get to tripping on the block, we cool with that. If you really got a problem, we can deal with that. But don't be crying to you people when we bring shit back. We smooth with that. Niggas get to tripping on the block, we cool with that. If you really got a problem, we can deal with that.
Y'all know I'm going ahead and let these roll and then we out.
We bring shit back.
I spit real to the bullshit. Average niggas can't handle that. It's not my fault they fuck niggas. This nigga's burning candles black? What the fuck is that? Who these niggas trying to be? Whatever you do, keep them niggas away from me. And I'ma leave it there. Now back to the realest shit. Big E dropping that heat. Where you been with this? The apex predator shit coming together, bro. If you want to step to this shit, reset your schedule. Ain't none of your bets hedgeable. Woo! Ain't none of your words legible. When I catch you with this bat, your legs won't be leggable. You'll be in the wheelchair, moving like vegetables. But not the kind you eat, the kind you get rewarded with for fucking around in the streets. Yeah, bitch, I'm the la-di-da. Step through. Boop, boop. black ivy dots. It's a shame that he didn't see the lime green dots. Lit his ass like a suite of the finest lots. Got him slipping at the light about 9 o'clock. Nigga never got a chance to text his moms and pop. I'm almost home.
We smooth with that. Niggas get you tripping on the block, we cool with that. If you really got a problem, we can deal with that. But don't be crying to your people when we bring shit back. We smooth with that. Niggas get you tripping on the block, we cool with that. If you really got a problem, we can deal with that. But don't be crying to your people when we bring shit back. Pressure then or pressure now. Niggas always talking down. Hit him like the exorcist and spin his head completely round. Talking like some giants, yeah, I guess they think they standing tall. Till I came up in his piece and hit him like some fentanyl. Looking strange when facing truth, cause fantasy is how they live. Drop a lick until they laugh and surely they can't handle it. Put them down, bring them food, teach them what they should do. Before it's all over, watch them turn and straight up hate on you. We smooth with that. Niggas get you tripping on the block, we cool with that. If you really got a problem, we can deal with that. But don't be crying to your people when we bring shit back. We smooth with that. Niggas get you tripping on the block, we cool with that. If you really got a problem, we can deal with that. But don't be crying to your people when we bring shit back.
Straight from the head, fuck with them deads. Niggas be coming to bed. Playing that little nigga soft, you gon' fuck around and get your head blowed off. Ain't no thing when that nine go bang. Oh shit, the big dog off of the chain. Missy with the bullshit. Y'all niggas can't stop the rain. I took him on a caddy ride. He told me how his daddy died. I swear to God that he would slide and let it end in homicide. Or anything that came against, or anything that played the fence. It's him against the world now. Little nigga trying to pay his rent. And he don't have to motivate to give a nigga the golden gates. You know a nigga strapped tight. He hang out at the apartment Got gates. A pocket full of rocks, scratch UGK CD. Float like a butterfly, duck like Peking. Game stay peeping. He know who in, he know who out. He know which hoes be fucking for cash. He knows which hoes be fucking for clout. He said, yep, I be all in my zone. I be playing the fool. They be thinking I'm gone. I be making the rules. They be smoking my zone. I ain't giving a fuck. I'm trying to cop this wrong. You heard me? Yeah, they keep playing me soft. Not realizing I'm the boss. That's the advantage of closing your mouth. They never know what they talking about.
I show up in the hood with that sickle cause they ain't acting right. Brother got a problem, it's only fair that I join the fight. Whisper in his ear, we gon' send him off to the afterlife. Dolomite, ain't no jokes here, you bout to pay the price. Pressure that I bring is guaranteed to straight up bust a fight. The only mission that I'm on is coming through to turn off lights. Looking in my eyes, you see death staring back at you. Tears is just a vessel that I use to get back at you.
Seen it, Big Ben. Oh, El Dolo on the beat. Oh. Stainless steel dominoes, you know I'm about to lay him down. IT got that rapper beat, it's only right. We play some kind, I keep my haters close and my enemies on speed dial. Bitch niggas wanna muck me, yet it's still I gotta feed y'all. I'm first at the table, but the last to eat. SOP, fuck bitch, I get the largest piece. Any shorts coming down the line, we ain't having it. If you can't handle up on your business, then we'll manage it. You know what that means, we about to beat the brakes off your motherfucking ass. 5 shots to make them take off. Fake off, I keep them cakes like Lil Deborah. Laying up and pillow talking, oh, that's just irregular. That's how you get a whole dub for your madre and an oil drum. Zero to the brim with your padre. Thought of that you fight but fell short on his last test. The only thing that nigga got free was last breath.
Better tell them don't freeze now. I'm playing chess. Come through and knock the queen down.
Screwed up in Houston, so I sipped a little lean. Wow. Meanwhile, my comp is missing like they name is June Tile. Heaven on earth, I got some angels when the beat is round. 100-round drunk will have them holy when they hit the ground. Squeeze them like a python until they can't make the sound. Show up to the service just to make sure that he in the ground. It's over now? Nah, he got some partners that was talking loud. Plus he got some brothers that I'm sure gonna try to move the crowd. Squeeze them out so I can show them this ain't PG. I love to see them agonizing just because they hate me.
Real player shit is legit, no skid. Queso with the chips, I dip from whole shit. Preferably somewhere chilling by oceans. Drink with the umbrella in it, smoking. Some valid shit on in the zone, post it. Do say to the face, no chase, roast it. Relentlessly representing, really it's no shit. Cold shit, I hit a lick off the bitch for 4 bricks, then dip.
Now that's what I expected y'all to come through and do, man. They say that the rap game was dying out, but apparently we was missing some of the hard hitters like Stony Hayes, Z and MZ.
We're gonna go ahead and let this instrumental take us out. Biggie, thank you for that. To everybody that showed up tonight, thank you. Peace, love, and blessings. I'll let you guys next week.
I'm in the kitchen with it, whip it up, cook it up, chop it up, standing on the cut like they done call me out to play. Pistol tote, throw smoke, sleeping with one eye open. I don't spend the night, I straight up leave them with their thighs open. She say, can I get some money? I say, can you help me make some money? Palm clothes, I don't waste money cause you would drop clothes. Lord knows you don't need money to catch an info. Born to killer, so with killers I was raised with. I'm the last one, don't be thinking I'm gonna bang with. Bro, we ain't finished though, cocaine, big weed, yeah, I moved it. All into the club with them strippers and let them move it. Lay it down the game, hold still, they can't do shit. Running up on Z and get you stoned like a marsh pit. Even when they come with their click, I'm urging them, let's go. Bag them up and put them in the dirt with this death flow.